Happy Wednesday.
The many buttons are being pressed.
Browsers are exploding, and so is my mouth. I had really hot sauce at lunch. Oh my god. We're out of what I usually eat, and so I reached for a bottle of Trader Joe's hot sauce, which I would rather. I would have been better off with the Last Dab. We have a bottle of the Last Dab from Hot Ones, and that is not as painful as the random Trader Joe's hot sauce that we have.
I really like Trader Joe's hot sauce, but they stopped carrying it for a long time. Is it back?
I mean, they have multiple types, so I don't know. I'll have to get a picture. I think it's a habanero, and like normally just like a standard, no garlic. I hate garlic hot sauce because it's all I taste. Like just standard habanero hot sauce, like love that shit. But theirs is like nuclear. I don't know what they put in that. I'm a Melinda's guy. I like Melinda's habanero. That is like my favorite freaking hot sauce. Having trouble finding it right now, so we're out. And yeah, that Trader Joe's stuff hurts. It is just pain, and it doesn't have a slow pour top. It doesn't have like the plastic thing on the end with the little hole.
Yeah, the little shake thing.
If you're not careful,
the shake resistor,
you just get. All the sauce.
All the sauce. Where'd Garrett go? Where's Garrett? There he is.
What happened?
Nothing. You were just hidden by a window.
Is this Hollow Knight?
Yeah, the Hollow Knight soundtrack. Yep.
Oh, nice.
It's a little Hollow Knight.
It's a really good. It's a really good, like low key OST.
Yeah, it did. It does what it do very, very well.
It's ambient AF, and I love it.
Just been kind of putting it on in the background here and there.
What's the city called? The Weeping City?
Yeah, City of Tears, is it? Weeping City sounds correct, Tears. So, I actually couldn't tell you. Here, what do we got? We got
City
Crossroads.
You were correct.
Okay.
You were correct. City of Tears. Yeah, the City of Tears track, like, you passed it, is amazing. Right there.
Yeah. And it's got layers. It's got layers.
Considering how nuts that area gets by the time you make it to the wizard that you have to fight, like the fact that this is how it starts. It's beautiful.
Have you made it to the big wizard or just the little wizards?
I beat the big wizard. I got the downward attack special.
Oh, okay,
thing,
cool.
So
cool.
I killed the wizard dude. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the guy I was saying I fell asleep during phase 1 and died.
Oh, really?
When I woke up.
Oh no. Yeah, that phase 2 got me, man. I thought, I was like, hey, that wasn't too bad, only 2 tries. And then there's a phase 2, and I'm like, no.
Yeah. And I was like, I beat him, thank goodness. All right, time to get to sleep.
Oh man. Oh, that's sick. Imarashi, that's really kind. Thank you. What did I do? What I don't know. I just got it layered. Like it's shorter in the front than in the back. Like it's like I got a mullet, but if the whole mullet was long, Like I was like, give me a mullet, but I want all parts of the mullet to be long.
Oh,
so, yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
I am really happy with it.
There's a very fine line between most haircuts and a mullet, to be fair.
Yeah.
Most haircuts are almost mullets.
I'm being completely honest, dude. When you Photoshopped me onto Gustav, that made me go, I should cut the front shorter.
I'm like,
His is shorter in the back. It's not quite. I didn't like go and say, give me the Gustav. I found some pictures of, I remember, I found pictures of 1970s shag haircuts. Because it was a lot more common for men to have longer hair back then. And also, Pinterest is useless now. It's all AI dudes with fake haircuts that they don't exist, and hair doesn't behave that way.
Yeah. I saw ads on YouTube. They were like random AliExpress kind of style ads using AI to advertise their product, which it didn't look like the product in the picture. There's also local AI ads. Have you seen those in like the random mail you get?
Yes.
And it's like, we build roofing, and the guy's like just warped in there,
driving a screw through your roof.
Classic handsome man, and you're like, that's kind of weird.
It's bull, man. Yeah. But in that way, it's not that much different than every nail salon using papyrus font.
I can tell you, I did actually watch a rather large pile of AI made content this week. I'm willing to admit.
Stormtrooper vlog.
Yeah.
Stormtrooper vlog's pretty freaking good.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. It's funny as shit.
It is like it's got some good comedy. His suit's getting better. Like if you go back,
that's a clone trooper lens on a stormtrooper helmet.
So I think how old is this one? This one is 2 months ago. So 2 months ago.
The thing is though, is there's real content, there's real creativity behind this. The dude writes his shit.
Yeah.
Like he's actually a good comedy writer. So like that's why it's good. This would be good if he was just doing shitty JPEGs. It would still be hilarious.
Well, and that's the closer you get to modern times, the less his armor is constantly warping. The Ewoks don't look like Ewoks, but it was still a great episode.
It's fine. And honestly, I like the shitty look better. It kind of plays to the comedy of it all.
Yeah.
It
almost makes
this is good because it's actually well written. That's why this is good.
Yes, it makes it like legally distinct. Because the AT-AT walkers have like tails on them because he was like, make a camel with a metal, and it's like, I don't know how to do that, but it was really amusing. It was also
it's funny.
I also really liked all the
funny
comments.
Funny.
The comments were very much a lot of people being like, man, I've been in the military for 15 years. There's nothing more accurate than this.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's my thing, man. Like AI pisses me off, but like not all AI is bad. Like,
not all is equal.
Not a dude who's trying to pass this off as an official Star Wars product. This is not a dude that's trying to sell you a drop shipped shitty knockoff Stormtrooper action figure that looks nothing like what he's making. This is a man that is admitting how he's making what he's making, and he's still putting effort into what he's making. There's still creativity. There's still creation. I'm fine with it. It's also in this morass of legally gray, where it's like, eventually this will probably be illegal anyway because studios are finally taking action against large language models for using copyrighted material. So now that anyone's paying attention, I feel better about enjoying this kind of stuff.
Because it's on a time limit after all. We might as well
potentially, or like honestly, like let it fly, because this is funny. Like I see this as a positive gain for the fandom, as opposed to something that's detracting from the overall enrichment of being a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, he's got quite a few copycats already too, doing what he's doing. So
yeah, this is more of what you want AI used for. Yeah, absolutely. And like it's not stopping anyone from making sick ass Stormtrooper fan art. Like that stuff is still getting made. It's great. You know what this guy isn't doing? He's not going on Twitter being like, Hollywood's days are numbered. Like this guy is just making funny shit that is endearing us to how he has decided to make his art, as opposed to being a tech chud.
That's another important aspect of it. Yes, is he is willing to just have fun with it. Like look at this cloth line on his crotch. Like
who cares? It's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, I was watching it on a phone. Now that I've got it on a 1440, I'm like, ooh. Oh my. Yeah. There's some things in here that are a little odd.
No, it's kind of cool. Like we're actually, this isn't necessarily the example, but like, I've talked about like using like video upresers and shit. Like we're getting some tools that are built off of language learning models that are empowering creativity as opposed to perverting it, for lack of a better word.
Mm.
But
yeah, the commercials are, I think, one of the weirder parts, because like there's a lot of tech commercials right now, which I hate anyway, because it's always about someone being stupid and someone being smart. And they're like, oh, I bought a weird frog off the internet. It's like, blah, 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 blah. You should have bought on blah, blah, blah. And you're like, why? Why Trivago? Why? Like, why?
Yeah, I mean, weird, questionable creative direction commercials have always existed.
Yeah, they are shocking. They are shocking.
Now you can just make bad commercials faster. Like,
cheaper, more
that
efficient.
doesn't bother me too much. I will say the one part where it bums me out is just like the Fox for Carfax used to look like shit. Probably because it didn't have that much money to pay a real animator, but like at least an animator got paid, and that might have been that animator's like first gig. It might have been their first paid gig. They get something under their belt. They get to build their resume. They get to build their portfolio, and hopefully they went on to bigger and greater things. If that happened now, they'd probably just AI that damn Fox.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah,
artists wouldn't get paid.
Didn't he used to be a cartoon? He looks a lot creepier than I remember his ass.
I only ever remember him being a weird, uncanny valley nightmare
puppet thing.
Yeah, and actually now, that one with the blue background, they're starting to finally zone in on something that isn't creepy.
They're starting to get the sonification. Right, yeah. Now they're actually getting there. It doesn't completely creep me out. It doesn't. Anymore. You're unstoppable. Yeah, I don't why.
That's a general impression you were doing.
I know, but he says you are unstoppable. But I'm buying a car. Like why? Why am I unstoppable?
Yeah.
Is Carfax the car tower one?
No, that is Carvana. They're completely unrelated. Carvana sells cars. Carfax provides you the vehicle history.
Right. Okay, that's right.
Carfax is amazing. I love Carfax. It's, as an automobile enthusiast, Carfax is great. And let me tell you, if you're buying a private, just pay for it. Just pay for the Carfax. If you're buying a private vehicle, I wish I had done that with the Nissan Xterra that we bought a few years ago.
The Scamterra.
The Scamterra, yeah, we just kept finding things. We did eventually get it fixed up, and the second it was running regularly, sold it.
Here you go.
Catch and release.
Can't let you share that, Carfax.
Yeah.
Got a Star Wolf in there. Nice, very well, nice. Well,
now Star Fox, I miss the puppets. I miss the puppets on Star Fox.
Did they used to do puppets in the commercials?
If you go look at the old original SNES promo art, that they made practical freaking puppets, and they're kind of nightmare fuel-y, but I love them.
Oh, I thought this was just like art. I thought this was art. Are those actual like physical manifestations?
They made physical manifestations. Yeah. That original art, like box art with Star Fox standing there, that's like a prop.
Oh,
it's a prop Star Fox.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah,
I would watch that show. Like Red Dwarf or any of those kind of things.
There was a Wii U Star Fox. Excuse me, I am among everyone on Earth and never had a Wii U.
Well, they got there was that they did all the back when Gregory or Jerry or what's his name was around. Bowser, was that his last name? No, that's the new guy.
That was Star Fox Zero. No, this looks 3D to me. They did go a little more realistic with it. Like Fox has like a realistic hair texture, but this is 3D. Because it does look closer to those original models, though. I do like the style.
Yeah, there was this brief time period where all the crew was done in puppets.
I loved.
I thought that was pretty good. Yeah.
That was a golden age of Nintendo for sure. The Wii was hitting. We had Iwata. I always found Reggie a bit off-putting, but in retrospect, I miss him. Like he was a pretty funny dude.
He seemed like he was always having fun. I know he kind of just bounced to the next company and CEO'd, but I don't feel like I heard any bad stories. He seemed like he was pretty into it.
He always came off a bit, CEO-y.
Yeah, a little say,
but
yeah.
But in retrospect, it's like, didn't know what I had. Those the Reggie memes were phenomenal in their day.
Yeah, I feel like he was, one of the guys, and he maybe put a little too much effort into being one of those, but he seemed genuine.
Yeah, no, I look back on that era fondly in a way that I did not look fondly upon it in its time, which I'm noticing a lot recently. I've been thinking about that with seeing Evanescence before MCR and being like, why did I never get into Evanescence? They are incredible. I was just on a big anti-nu metal kick at the time.
Nu metal, okay.
Nu metal would be your Limp Bizkits, your Korn, your Linkin Parks, he would maybe even throw, I think actually not even a maybe. I think you throw Power Man 5000 in there.
Okay, yeah.
Immediately.
The thing was like
Power Man 5000 never really did the rap thing though with their music though, did they? Because new metal was this fusion of hip hop culture and metal.
Because I'll say, oh hell yeah, Rob Zombie, but all I know is Dragula. So
yeah, and he kind of predates it, but he hangs in that world for sure. I think Rob, like, I look at Rob Zombie as kind of one of the major earlier influences of new metal.
What about System of a Down?
He was doing White Zombie before he had a solo career, and all his shit sounds like that. Sorry, what were you saying?
What was System of the Down?
They were in that crew. Yeah, they never really did the rap thing, but I would say they're new metal. They're kind of so prolific. I feel they kind of transcend it, much like Linkin Park. Like when Linkin Park first came out, you're like, oh sweet, new hot new metal band, and then they just like went on to be one of the biggest bands ever. And so you kind of like, they're also just kind of their own thing now. Like now, instead of trying to be a new metal band, the younger bands that are coming up, like they might just try to go for the Linkin Park sound. They're not even going for like new metal. They're just going for that Linkin Park sound because Linkin Park is just so influential. So, yeah. Anyway, been thinking, I'm like, yeah, I definitely ran. As someone who looks back on getting gatekept by the real punks at my school, I sure did enough of my own mental gatekeeping. And I'm uncovering some of that as I continue to attend live music and go, holy shit, I've heard this band a million times on the radio and I just assumed I didn't like it because it's popular and oh my God, they have a lot of talent. And that's definitely the experience I had seeing Evanescence. So yeah, I'd love to hear what Kristen thinks. So you should at some point pull up a live Evanescence performance for Kristen, and I want her report on Amy Lee.
Oh, you know what? That would be interesting because you get one of two extremes in that case. Because it's going to be mostly micro thoughts about performance, breath control, being able to hit the notes or not.
Yeah, that's what it's like. One of the things where it's like it's not important to me, but I find it interesting. Right?
Yeah. One thing she really likes about K-pop Demon Hunters is that one of the songs is on the very edge of the registry for the singer. So throughout the movie, she's cracking at times when she's trying to go there, and they use that as part of the story.
Oh, so there's like a progression in her ability.
Her ability to actually perform that
That's
note.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's nerdy. I like that.
Right. And then the writer of the music made that choice to force the artist in order to do that. And that kind of stuff is really good. It's kind of that, your brain didn't. We're playing that Expedition 33. The mechanics complement the story kind of thing. That's a new video out today about Expedition 33, by the way. That right now, my biggest struggle with Expedition 33 is perhaps taking it too seriously and not taking it seriously enough. Because I don't know what's real and what is complete indie happenstance.
Wait, what? Give me an example. The best I know we got stuff to do, but give me an example.
The best example I can give you is the stuffed animal on the bed yesterday. That has insane significance, or that's a freaking chocobo and who cares? It's branding. They thought they had a cool, cute thing on their hands and they just went with it. But it could also have serious significance.
Because of the journal too, my brain goes, did Verso go there when he was a kid?
Yeah.
Is that his childhood bedroom?
Yeah. So we won't go any further.
What goes there?
Yeah. It's a very, and sometimes you find these products where you're like, wow, everything has meaning, and they're like, oh shit, we're flying by the seat of our pants, and they have 50 sequels planned because the juice is there, but they didn't plan it from the beginning.
And that can be your greatest asset or your greatest downfall.
Yeah,
I bring up Breaking Bad all the time because they admitted, they're like, we knew where we wanted to end, but we didn't know necessarily how to get there, and we constantly revisited previous seasons while writing new ones to inspire us and tie into. So a lot of people like that show and think it's so great because so many things are set up and pay off, but some things that are set up were never planned to be set up. They ended up inspiring a payoff they never planned to write.
I think that's important, certainly when you're dungeon mastering, your players like, oh my God, the mountain moved. That's a very popular example. Is you have a time travel segment, and before now you were like the mountains to the east, and for some reason you have them travel back in time, and you say the mountains to the west, and the players are like, "Whoa! Holy shit! The whole mountain moved. When did it move?" I'm like, "This is a huge plot point," and you're like, "Yeah, it is." Correct.
In reality, you just said the wrong direction.
You just accidentally said east and west wrong, but you've now they responded to it.
We didn't travel back in time. We went to a mirrored universe.
Exactly. Whatever they believe is now accurate, and roll with it.
Yeah. That's fantastic. I love that. I absolutely love that. Yeah. No, Reggie didn't die. Iwata is the one that passed away. Iwata, who was one of the previous presidents of Nintendo.
No, Reggie just went on to a different, CEO position somewhere.
I thought he just full on retired. Reggie.
That might be my that might be my pessimism in a sense.
This man has piercing eyes. You get lost in Reggie's eyes.
Accolades. Let's see
did
here.
He retire?
Post Nintendo. Created a Twitter account. Cornell University.
Went to go work with Cornell.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess he did some podcasts and stuff. So yeah. But that would have been what, 2000. That was 2019. So I was at the height of my CEO pessimism when it came to video games. So I assumed he was just job hopping and building the parachute and whatnot.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. He presented at the Game Awards a few years back, 2019. Jesus. Time marches on, Kyle.
Oh, and without him, we wouldn't have, My Body Is Ready, which did supply us with many great...
Oh my God, the Wii Fit.
Supplied us for many good memes.
Place. What an absolute time and place.
Rogue Mage, thank you for the super. I bought a Wii U while I worked at GameStop and only ever used it as a remote control for my TV since I misplaced the TV remote.
That's right. That was something you could do.
I bought the Xbox remote. That was nice.
I have the PS5 remote, and it is a piece of trash.
Huh.
It is the single most annoying piece of tech on my entertainment system.
I don't think the controller is wireless, so I don't see why I would purchase that. But did you see the new firmware update too for the controller? It's really nice. I might be talking to myself. Please hold. We are being reconnected. I was going to tell him about how the PlayStation controller, you can now sync it up to multiple Bluetooth devices so that you can switch seamlessly between them. Wait, how did you beat that? Wait, what? Did I get my dates wrong? Kura, how did you do that? That is not what I wanted. Yeah, because I hook it up to my Steam Deck at night because I use the deck and I just keep playing Hollow Knight on the TV. But reconnecting a Bluetooth PlayStation 5 controller was kind of a beast. So now you can assign it multiple button layouts and connect seamlessly between them. It was a super cute update. I really enjoyed it. Oh, pre-order. Oh, God. Ah, darn it. I was going off of this image. And I was like, okay. I get so confused about when games come out. So this is not accurate. Wait, you already beat it? Did you stay up all night? How long is it? I've heard good things. All right, let's see if we can get a Garrett back in the call. What the hell's going on here? He says he's waiting. Where's just me? Who am I? What is this? This is me? This is just me. Oh, you knew that was coming. You don't need you can act surprised later. You can act surprised later. How's that? Discord may be having a moment. Everything I'm hearing about the Silent Hill F is that they found the sauce again, which is a shock to any Silent Hill fan who hasn't checked them out in a bit. Silent Hill 2 was really solid, though. Yeah, let's just go for the full Discord restart. At the start of the stream here, we are going to be watching several trailers because stuff did come out this morning in the Capcom Online Program Tokyo Game Show. So we'll watch some of that before we do the podcast, and then we can talk about those things. Did Kristen think, what did she think of the Fatal Frame remake? She's excited for it. I'm excited for it too. I do like the Fatal Frames. I like watching her play the Fatal Frames.
Holy shit, it might be working.
I had to restart Discord. Apparently that was issue number 1.
That was the weirdest Discord, like cursed Discord experience, I think, maybe ever. I might award that the weirdest issue we've ever had, because I was seeing you leave and join, but nothing was loading. I didn't get your audio. I didn't get your camera. The stream was the first thing to break, because Kyle's also sharing a screen with me at the moment. So yeah, that was super bizarre. Did you have an update?
No. Did you Discord update?
I texted you a few things, and I was just trying to figure out maybe what happened. I had a Discord update last night, so I'm wondering if maybe we have mismatched versions.
Maybe. I tend to do the big roundup of all the updates. Ever since we had that my Ethernet port was out of date issue years and years ago, I do a once weekly roundup of all my updates.
I keep everything up to date as soon as I can, except Discord, actually. I usually just I try to ignore Discord updates. I accidentally clicked the button last night. Because I don't trust Discord updates, and they tend to cause problems. Let me tell you, that superstitious thought will continue after today. Anyway, so far we seem to be good.
Yep, we're back. Exciser says, former GameStop employee here. Reggie joined a board a few years ago and genuinely tried to help turn the brand around, but his advice fell on deaf ears, and he eventually left. Oh, that's right.
That's
yeah, the
awesome
GameStop thing. Yeah,
that's really cool to hear.
They wanted to get into their Funko Pop figurines and all that kind of thing.
Yes, what a great thing to bet your future on.
The Lego ones are fun, though. They have their own, I think they're called like blockheads or something like that. They're doing Lego's doing a Funko thing. But when you put effort into them, kind of like Warhammer, you end up sort of endeared to what you built. They also send free copies of them whenever you buy Legos, because they're probably not selling well. So, we get some of those with the kids.
Yeah, we have a couple of those. I haven't seen too many. Katie is eyeing the, I think, 1,100 piece life-size Gizmo that'll be releasing soon.
Sure. Then that tracks. That's very on brand.
They also have like an 1,100 piece Wicket, so she might be getting some projects for Christmas this year. That's all I'm saying. That's where this is heading. Kura said, just beat Silent Hill F earlier, and I just gotta say, play Silent Hill F, chat. Sail the high seas. Play it on easy if you need to. Just dive in blind. We here do not endorse sailing any seas unless it's
water
on a cruise line. I thought it wasn't out yet.
I know, that's what I was saying, and apparently there's pre-orders. So this image that I was going off of, like some sort of noob, is just when you can buy it normally. People are already playing it.
It releases for normal people.
Yeah.
Okay, that explains the clips I've been seeing from Marco.
Yeah. I keep falling for that crap. And the early access updates, night before stuff. Yeah.
The future is now, and the future is exhausting.
Well, let's participate in the now and watch some trailers, shall we? Before we get
into the podcast proper, we have some trailers to catch up on. So join us for the rare live trailer park, where because of Star Wars, we will probably get demonetized.
We'll silence it after the fact. If this is quiet, you know why.
But hold on, real quick. Just pause for a second.
The ship is flying.
We're gonna watch the trailer for The Mandalorian and Grogu. We're also gonna watch the trailer for Kojima's OD. What else are we watching the trailer for?
Onimusha had a new trailer. This Pragmata and Monster Hunter Wilds.
Okay, cool. I know what I need to pay attention for.
Okay, perfect. Yep, that's my viewing history. So this is a full-blown movie, right? In theaters?
Theater-only release, yes. We're really leaning on the Grogu.
Well, the cute puppets. Sigourney Weaver. You can lean on Sigourney Weaver.
Okay, we're going strictly comedic so far.
I mean, that's what you do, right?
No.
Star Wars is a wacky, funny place.
That's not what season 1 of Mandalorian did.
There was a decent amount of comedy. Okay. All right.
Oh, Zeb.
Yeah, swimming. Buff Hut.
That's apparently voiced by the dude from The Bear.
Oh, well, they gotta get the famous people.
Oh, this looks sick.
That was just okay.
That was a bit much.
I mean, am I okay?
They're going like a 50s sci-fi serial vibe with that logo.
The logo I assumed would be painful for you with the locate. It looks like the Star Wars Mandalorian.
Well, let's go back to it. Well, show me the logo.
Do you know an easy way to get it back up? Because otherwise, I think I just go to what
are you talking? Just scrub on the timeline.
Did it show the thumbnail?
It just showed the logo was at the very end.
Oh, okay, yeah. No. This one's fine.
Oh my God, they're actually using Monster Mash, which is the font that we use for a lot of our thumbnails.
Oh, you're right. The and the and.
The and is just straight up.
Dude,
that is for anyone at home, if you're a font nerd, that is CC Monster Mash.
We're famous. We did it. We used the font before it was cool.
I notice Red Letter Media uses it every once in a while too, which makes me feel good. But that is not. I used it years ago for my solo podcast because I just thought it looked neat.
I just think it's neat.
I believe they also used it for one of their Lego Star Wars movies. Anyway,
yeah, this was the main thumbnail, which is the Star Wars Mandalorian and Grogu.
Oh, that is terrible.
Yeah,
that is bad. Yeah. It's better in the trailer where it doesn't have the Star Wars there. That reeks of a poor designer being told last minute of put the Star Wars logo.
Include the Star Wars in there, damn it.
Yeah. Because okay. That trailer kind of sucked.
I didn't mind it, but this did not look great. Is my biggest complaint.
The snow looks like painted on, like Borderlands texture. Like what's going? Look at
and they're just like outside themselves.
Yeah, it doesn't look that well comped.
Unless the
whole thing's probably CG, so that's weird.
Yeah, unless they actually were like, oh, we stop motion them because we got wild and we really wanted to. Then I'll be like, oh, well, that's cute, but no.
Well, then yeah, it doesn't really have that charming look of like old stop motion.
This isn't. This is someone with Protoss.
That's Zeb. That's Zeb from Star Wars Rebels.
Okay. Where's Darth Maul? Isn't he a part of this now? Wasn't that a hint or something?
Darth Maul would be dead by now.
Okay.
This takes place in between Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens.
Oh, this is that weird monkey lizard man. Yeah.
Yes.
I can see.
Yeah, he's based on Ralph McQuarrie's original Chewbacca concept that did not get used.
And the puppets are really cute, though. I like.
Yeah, I like all the scrap robot. This is my dichotomy with this trailer. Is I know Katie's going to love this trailer. She's going to love this. I am a man. stuck between two worlds. Those two worlds are, I still like The Mandalorian, but I think every season has been worse than the one that preceded it. I like this trailer is going way more in the direction that I don't like of The Mandalorian than where it came from in season 1.
Well, it's not. Then I was like, it's not embroiled in the Empire stuff, but then we have whatever's going on here. So
yeah, whatever's happening with these in-betweener AT-ATs.
Yeah, we definitely have some sort of arena, which is fine filler, but often leads to a chapter 2, act 2 that it's kind of disconnected. I do like Sigourney Weaver,
sometimes you just open with an arena too, right? Like that's just your action-packed opening,
I guess we had stormtroopers in the very opening moment as well. So
just the first shot being Baby Yoda looking through a telescope backwards. I'm just like, God damn, just stop.
Stop? You don't wait. I thought you love little critters.
I do love them, but like Baby Yoda was better when he was just he acted like a baby, which is maybe that is acting like a baby, but like he was less a cartoon character and more an actual child that you were worried about like surviving the adventure these two are on. How many silly things can we make him eat seems to be a new personal best they're trying to achieve with every passing season of The Mandalorian.
He seemed like he was kind of haunting in his childlike omen quality, and his powers were unknown, and you didn't know if he was dangerous or not. He was too cute to be dangerous, but there's this part of your brain that was like, anything could happen.
Yeah, but then they send him off to Luke Skywalker daycare, and like really just a lot of the mysticism of Grogu is lost.
This guy looks like an ass sat on his face.
This apparently is from something, and I'm unaware of it. I'm not an EU nerd. I like the movies and the animated series and some cherry picked video games. I did not grow up reading Star Wars books. So I'm not sure exactly what that's from, but I did see some particularly nerdy Star Wars friends of mine being very excited about that monster.
And we have interceptors.
The Razor Crest is back, which I'm happy about.
Those look like,
if you remember, he lost that ship. That's his ship from season 1, which exploded in season 2.
Right, a big part of the programming was him kind of bouncing between vessels.
Yeah, and I really miss the Razor Crest. But that again, that gets the two-sided coin where it's like, I really miss that ship. But also one of my key ruffled feathers with the progression of The Mandalorian was just like completely undoing the ending of season 2. That's where Grogu left and in a single episode of a completely different show, they just undid all of it. And the only thing that really stuck was the fact that he didn't have the Razor Crest anymore. And now he just has another Razor Crest. The Razor Crest is a very good ship design.
It is a good ship. I like
very
these
good.
might be TIE interceptors, which I enjoy. What it's so marvelly, the arena.
The whole trailer is marvelly, which is kind of where my grumbles are coming from. And I like Marvel, but yeah, this is a little this really feels like paint by numbers, make a funny trailer for a Marvel movie in a way that activates my cynicism.
Hopefully it's a Transformers 1 situation where they made a funny trailer for a completely unfunny movie.
That's what I'm hoping for. I want to return to like hardcore Western vibes season 1 Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I missed that. Season 3 was like straight up live action Clone Wars in how cartoony some of the action was. And I did appreciate it for that. But it's to me, it's not what I wish for the future of Mando. So yeah. I'm a hypocrite. This could be the most giant steaming pile of junk I've ever seen in trailer form, and I will still go see this movie on day 1.
And Marashi says, "Man, the Mando theme is still so good. It is.
It's so peak.
It really was. Yeah."
And they have confirmed that Ludwig Göransson is back in the seat making the music for this entire film. So thank God. That's great news. If I laugh once, I'm walking out of the theater. No, it's okay if it's a little funny. They were funny, like season 1, right? Is it season 1 or is it season? Which season had the lizard lady and her eggs?
That was the start of season 2.
Okay, I like that episode. That is such a great
but
Monster of the Week style episode.
But season 1 also had Egg, the Jawa business, and that was hilarious.
Yes, that was good. That was good. But Star Wars has that like there is absurdity. There's that moment where they're surrounded by the Ewoks and Han just gives that knowing like this is absurd look to the rest of the group. And that's a part of Star Wars DNA, and I do like it. But I see it's a balancing act, and to me, this trailer, like, the scale is tipping really, really far in the humor zone in a way that I'm like, well, hopefully the whole movie isn't like that. That thing looks sick, whatever that is.
Yeah, I like the junk bot.
That droid is awesome.
I mean, as a Star Wars fan, do you recognize the symbol in the back? This kind of anchor arrow thing?
Nope. Sure looks like Hutt architecture.
Yeah.
Like, and we know Hutts feature prominently in this movie.
Right, yeah, our buff Hutt.
Yeah, and then the twins are returning, and they showed up, I think, in Book of Boba Fett, like the twin Hutts, who are, I believe, the head of the cartel, and after the death of Jabba the Hutt. So, yeah.
All right.
Hopefully, a better movie than a trailer.
Next trailer. We'll head over to Capcom land for Pragmata. I don't know anything about this game. But
I don't think I know anything about this game, but maybe I do.
as far as the Capcom live this morning, this was a pretty decent part of it.
Okay. All right. Let's take a look.
The shelter.
Oh, this game. This game looks cool. Here. I forgot the name.
Now maybe we can upgrade our stuff.
Worth a shot.
This gives me prime, like, Capcom 360 era vibes. Like, I want more Lost Planet. I want smaller experiences from Capcom.
Starting hack.
This is a much
hack mini game. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of this game. This game looks cool. I want to play this game.
It's a much cooler American Girl than my sister had growing up.
Oh, for a second there, I thought you were just ripping on your sister.
No, the little doll things.
She does look like an American Girl. All right.
Hack multiple enemies at once. Multi-hack.
So they're showing the upgrade that you could get.
So you do a shooter after performing a small slider puzzle?
So she can hack and he can shoot. But the shooting isn't as effective without the hacking.
Right. So you like lock in, go into sort of puzzle bullet time.
Yeah, you do a BioShock pipe puzzle for hacking, and then you also have a third-person shooter on top of it.
Decoy generator.
Get some. You're going down.
Huh.
Look out.
Take that.
Right
oh.
You like this?
So it's like a shooter take on like Ragnarok, or not Ragnarok, Grimlock? What the, that's the dinosaur. I'll find out in a moment.
Yeah, I can't help you. I'm not sure what you're referencing. I'm sorry.
I think Wizardry.
This is a video game ass looking video
like
game.
all those RPGs where you have to, by casting a spell, you have to play a puzzle.
Diana?
Yeah? What?
See the spot?
Gosh, yeah, she's a
we
little
can
dead
get
behind
here
the
in one
eyes.
piece?
Well, she's...
Yeah, we'll go, and if you don't get hurt, that means it's safe. Let's go.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, well that's...
was Grim Rock what you were thinking
Grim
of?
Rock, yes, that's correct.
Okay.
So essentially your spellcaster, you had to enter kind of a puzzle, enter the formula every time you wanted to cast a spell. Now, I know she's a robot, but, you know, she can still be creepy. I do like that she just bites the hard drive in order to get the powers, though. So, you know, that's
pretty fun.
That's a good way to just kind of embrace the oddity.
There's just no thoughts behind that head.
She's just, she's blowing into the cartridge. She's just giving it a good clean for him.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think this game looks cool. Every time I see a trailer for this, I'm like, I think I want to play this.
I like where we're going with this kind of puzzleification of combat ever since the Doom remake. I feel like we've been coming up with more creative ways to handle it. I'm trying to what's the flow here? Like, you hit.
You're trying to get to green, and I'm assuming there's boon tiles and probably tiles you want to avoid.
Yeah.
But without playing, I don't know. Because they intentionally, so far, at least in this trailer, it seems like every time they're doing the hack mini game, they're hitting all the colored tiles they possibly can.
Which, if that slows down time and allows you to do it, that's a very Anthem Destiny kind of spacesuit. But I mean, can you fix space like NASA Punk? What are you gonna do otherwise?
Yeah, like the closest the thing that causes me a little pause is the environments are a little I feel like I've seen it before and they look a bit repetitive. Although we're looking at a city now, so maybe not.
I don't think this kind of strikes me as the kind of game that you play because you love the gameplay. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a story to it, but more so you just want to keep playing this thing and getting the higher score.
That's why I bring up Lost Planet. Lost Planet was that for me. Like I got a little into the story of it, but mostly I was just like, that was a vibes-based game for me. It's like the setting is cool as shit and the gameplay's fun. So the setting doesn't do it for me as much as the gameplay in this though. But the gameplay just looks compelling.
And the way it comes out, it looks like you almost build a sort of puzzle deck that you would add these into. So when you hack, you have a chance of the things you put into it. Maybe other powers or robot designs are fun.
If it didn't have this puzzle element, I'd be like, oh, cool, it's Dead Space for people who don't want to be who don't want to be crapping their pants the whole time.
Yeah, without that, it would be rather unspecial.
Yeah. Yeah, so you have this extra layer, but Capcom for me has just been like the Resident Evil Monster Hunter company for the last few years. So I haven't. I'm not a fighting game guy. That's well established. So
yeah, I watched Max Dude review. What was it, Street Fighter this morning, just so I could see someone who knew what they were talking about be excited. So that was cool. I'm happy for them. Seems like their new character is very exciting, but I didn't know what I was seeing.
Yeah, this is the kind of this is what Capcom used to be to me. It was like popular experiences, but not like their biggest stuff. Like that 360 era, man. Like I was all about Dead Rising and Lost Planet. Like you might have been off playing Monster Hunter or what have you, but those were what I showed up for.
Also, Monster Hunter was in my spheres extremely weird until Worlds. That was a rarity that someone was into that in any circle I visited.
Monster Hunter was super rare. Yeah, coming up. When the PSP came out, a couple of my PSP friends started getting into it, but that was pretty much it.
Well, let's stay in Capcom land here and go to Onimusha's new trailer.
Hey, I'm gonna have nothing to say about this.
Well, maybe it could sell you a little bit. This is they're trying to show the story now.
Dead.
Oh yes. So this gauntlet is for you. You pop this on, you get the power of the Oni, and you'll be back topside.
I walk the path of the sword on my strength alone. I don't need some monster's power.
Does he always sound like that?
The power of the Oni is all that's sustaining your
Well,
life.
Yeah, the British voices are really taking me out.
Well, we'll see.
This thing's made me so damn strong.
Sashi, I cannot apologize enough for dragging you down this path against your will.
If I take this gauntlet off, I'll be a bloody mess on the floor anyway.
I do not like wheel enemies.
This isn't what you promised, Gauntlet.
My troop was attacked, and one of our members is missing.
Save this world.
Fighting Genma wasn't
Oh, that thing's fun.
I planned, but who knows? Maybe
Oh,
it'll be worth my while.
realistic saber combat?
Said.
What in the... Get a hold of yourself! Are you a man or a beast? Getting strong because of some gauntlet. That's not strength.
I'm gonna eat.
Hey, it's that guy.
Those you got in there.
Turns out Miyamoto Musashi was just a brute with a sword after all.
Being tough isn't enough. A warrior meditates on what strength really means. Enjoying your new toys, I see.
Garrett!
Well, we could have put that together.
Hey, Musashi.
Okay, so okay. I don't think that succeeded in selling Garrett. Garrett, thoughts?
I was out going in. I remain out. Yeah, all RE Engine games are not created equal.
Man.
And the look of this ain't doing it for me. And who thought that's what the main character should sound like?
Well, okay.
What is happening?
So first up, I think there is a smart exploration happening in voice casting where we are trying to match a accent to how we would perceive them to supply information. So, do you remember the Black Myth trailer that we saw at Gamescom?
No, but
Okay.
sorry, I don't mean to leave you hanging. You're picking another thing where I'm just like not
No,
interested at all, not keeping in touch with that.
So there was clearly like a peasantry kind of character, and they were doing like the we're British, blah 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 kind of thing, and
Okay.
that supplies to you a certain pile of information that you can go with. So by using British actors here, or at least accents, they can supply you with the information of like, you know, higher class, middle class, lower class in this feudalistic Japan world. And you go, okay, I now know who this is. So in Japanese, you have like, you roll your R's and it's like, it's like a street punk. I have information. I know who this person is immediately.
Okay.
Which is something that I think works really well when you're doing a dub. It can supply that information. It wasn't consistent here, which was then as we got later, people stopped being British. I was kind of like, wait a minute, we might be dealing with maybe.
Well, not everyone was British, yeah, but the main character is like really digging in a way that I find off-putting.
And we could be doing like British for Japan and then the American accents or elsewhere, and maybe we're still sticking to this, or maybe we just cast whoever and it caused an inconsistency and it didn't make sense. My biggest disappointment is I am so over I lick women's faces as a villain archetype, and this guy's that. And I'm like, oh, okay, it's kind of a fun exploration that he is going to have his own gauntlet and he will parallel your journey in gaining strength. That could be engaging, but personally, I'm over this archetype of crazy man at the moment, and I was happy to see some other faces. This guy looked really fun as kind of a frenemy type that might be coming through. This guy is just a delight. Our big blue demon here, he's just a delight. You're excited to see him. You're so happy he's back. Classic first boss attitude. And then gameplay. Then gameplay also played.
It just looks rough to me.
I
like kind of slow and uninspired.
I like the parts where it seemed like you were actually cutting people accurately. Like that's great. But the enemies just kind of waiting around like flying head here, taking his turn.
Yeah, and like maybe it feels better. Maybe there's more of a response between you putting in an input and the delay before the thing splits in half. That that's very samurai movie. Maybe it lands better in the actual context of playing the game. But this looks old in a way that doesn't excite me. Where Pragmata evokes an older era of gaming that does excite me. And I'm struggling to explain myself in a constructive way.
Well, this was a fixed camera game to me. It was a Resident Evil with a sword and instead of a rocket launcher, you had a lightning spell. And that fixed camera meant the clunky combat was extremely terrifying, trying to turn yourself correctly in this claustrophobic hallway. And so you update that to 3D, and maybe it does look like this, like enemies just kind of getting stuck in the doors waiting their turn. But that doesn't supply the horror aspect that made the game engaging back then. Again, I'm happy to see that head get cut in half. That's freaking sick, you know? That's cool. And I'm excited for, the models look great. But that gameplay's not doing it.
Cool.
Ichigo, I didn't think that game was ever
would.
scary. Oh, sorry big flex on me. It was spooky. Yeah, I was renting it, so I was definitely. Well, I mean, it was Xbox original, right? We're talking like 2003, maybe.
I believe Onimusha was a PS2 game.
Yeah. What year was it? Because I was still kind of spooked by it. Flesh halls and all that.
First Onimusha. Oh yeah, 2001. So we're firmly in PS2 in that time span.
No, you're good. You're good. I was just having fun. Next up on the Gamescom. But what kind of com are we doing? Capcom list. Monster Hunter Wilds.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh yeah, there appeared to be some stuff there.
I'll take care of it.
Oh my god, Alpha looks incredible in the
What?
Monster Hunter engine.
What?
Wait, you can become a freaking Picto?
Apparently?
That's
I mean, I guess
impressive.
it's a weapon, so. Like for funsies or the whole game?
Oh, that's cool.
And a very angry fire octopus.
Oh, cute. Cute. I didn't see any plunge. No. Don't lie to me, Patrick C. There was no plunge. No plunge was seen this day.
There was some combat text that happened. So I'm kind of curious if any of that was actually named abilities. Because that's your Darkest Night, right? The shield there? Edge of Shadow, 751.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
True Charge / Flood of Shadow. How is that going to work?
That is a good question.
And if you got, I mean, I get why equipping a weapon would allow you to have abilities. That's kind of the point of the game, but
that's how it goes. But yeah, like I assumed Shadowbringer sword is just going to be a great sword, right? But like, what the hell is the Russian palette?
was it because I remember the font change when we did the Monster Hunter World event? So it could just be these are normal greatsword attacks, but they added an ability name to it just for theming.
Yeah, and like I wasn't cluing in on the abilities there, and it's like it's slower paced than 14, so I was just kind of like, oh, it looks cool, but it kind of seems like we're just doing standard greatsword stuff. But yeah, no, there's more custom shit going on in here than I initially saw.
Oh, we got till December to level up enough to be able to do it.
That's my fear right now. This looks cool. Getting back in the Monster Hunter saddle is a time concern for sure.
Well, it's a big ask, and these aren't games that you can casually walk into. You got to go get good.
Yeah.
This fight looks like ass. This fight looks miserable.
Where did you get December from, Kyle? Are you reading chat right now?
Why is that?
It comes. Oh.
Yeah. Well,
Huh. So why does that say December, chat?
I guess maybe the other thing for Gogmizios.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
All
so
right.
that's a
Well,
whole nother
that
thing.
settles that. We're not doing it.
Oh, okay. Yep. All right. Yep. Okay.
Well,
Yep.
problem solved.
Not shaking it up. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Available September 29th. All right. Problem solved. Not doing that.
Cool. Don't have time for that.
Yep. Yep. Enjoy, everybody. Bye now. Bye. I already watched Knock. You haven't watched Knock?
What?
Have you watched Knock? OD.
What the fuck is Knock?
The Kojima game. The other trailer.
It's not called Knock.
It's right here. OD Knock teaser trailer.
The game is called OD.
Oh, then why has it got Knock on it?
I don't know. I didn't know the name of. I didn't know the trailer had a name, so that's why I was confused.
Oh, well, as you'll see from the trailer, the word knock makes a lot more sense.
The game is called OD.
Oh, well, the word knock makes a lot more sense.
Oh, okay.
Please enjoy.
I'm looking at the link I sent you that said first trailer for OD.
Oh, that's because they can't call it PT, right?
Well, are we doing the old card trick?
Because I think these words just say 10 years since PT, the horror game no one could play, the cursed game has once again been remade into a forbidden game. So whatever you do, if they make a demo of this, download it before they cancel it again.
Light the fires to celebrate their redacted
Remake of PT. The building was in PT. It was a 3D scan of the PT building.
I need you to stop.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'm trying to have my own experience. That is a high fidelity looking room.
It's so cozy. Looks like my place in Chicago.
Only a man would live like this. There's nothing cozy about this.
Go look at the rain, the lighting, the atmosphere, the baby candle. What's not to like?
This has already given me the heebie-jeebies. Oh, that's horrific. I didn't see that.
Oh, I wasn't there before.
Why is it important we ignore external stimuli to continue lighting candles? Oh, the squish. Horrifying with headphones on. That is some very well executed tension. I like that.
That
More of that, please.
for all players and screamers.
And screamers? Did that say screamers?
For screamers, you know?
Oh, that's fantastic.
For the screamers in your life. Yeah, there's a lot I love about this. The eyeball going wild on the window. and closing at different parts. This picture
Oh, I
keeps
didn't
changing
notice
up
that.
there. Yeah.
I only noticed it on the window during the close up, and it was open. So I just thought it was always open.
There's a lot of cool stuff. The floor is made of madness because we should cover that with tile is what we should do. In fact, let's lay down carpet. F that nice wood floor.
Oh, I love a herringbone pattern.
Oh yeah,
it's so good. So freaking.
My
good.
only complaint is that why am I always in this lady's face? I feel so intrusive. Well, Hellfire, what was the game she was in where I was also in her face for far too long?
Well, they did a teaser for this forever ago, and it was just a close-up of her face screaming.
It made me deeply uncomfortable.
That was also OD.
I don't...
With the white background, right? Was it a white background?
The part I like the least. Not the same lady? Okay, so intimate screaming. My apologies. Not the same lady. Okay, well, that's the most uncomfortable part of it.
No, but they did I'm looking at it right now. They did an earlier OD.
Yes, when this was, but it reminded me of what was the Hellfire game?
Are you thinking about Hellblade?
Hellblade, yeah, Hellblade.
Oh, gotcha.
Because Hellblade had a lot of...
that game is just, they're proud of their facial capture, and they should be, because that shit looks incredible. But so is this. I mean, this looks insane.
I like her being infested by worms, though.
This is Kojima showing off how many famous people he's scanned, dude.
Yeah, it just goes around collecting them.
Your entire goal as a famous person is to get famous enough that Kojima will scan you.
It's like wallets on the train. You have to buy a special mask when you're around Kojima so you don't get scanned.
All right. Here's Garrett just likes to see how much pop culture knowledge Kyle does not retain. Do you recognize the actor?
No.
At all?
No, not.
It would not ringing any bells for you.
Is it the girl from It?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, she did a good job.
She's also a lead character in a movie that you like a lot more.
Well, she's pretty young, so I'm not sure what she looked like. So what was the movie?
She's the tiefling druid from
Dungeons and
Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. Yes.
Yeah, she did well in that.
Yes.
I just noticed that these aren't worm marks; they're faces screaming on her face. Her face breaks out in faces.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. See, there on her chin, you can really kind of make out.
Oh, there are faces.
Yeah.
Shit.
Got faces on her faces.
I thought that was like a lip over on her right cheek, our left. I thought that was like lipstick, but no, I can see it's a face now. That's horrific. That's absolutely horrific. Bring it. Was this Jordan Peele? Jordan Peele, Kojima. I think they're working together on this. Yes.
Oh, where's the? Were they not credited in the trailer here?
This is previous knowledge.
Okay.
They previously announced that they are working on this together. Because PT was Kojima working together, I believe, because that was supposed to be a new Silent Hill game that they were going to work on together, and then the whole thing got scrapped. Yeah. So this is attempt number 2 for Kojima doing a very serious plunge into collaborative horror.
I mean, I think the baby is a straight up nod to the PT stuff.
What did I say? I definitely meant Del Toro. What the shit did I say? Why am I being corrected?
I don't think you got correct. I think people were just participating.
Oh. Did I not say Guillermo del Toro?
And then you got a sweet mechanic of lighting candles, I guess.
No, OD is Jordan Peele. Okay.
Is there more information?
I'm talking about 2 different games here. Oh, the worms. I didn't see the worms.
Yeah,
I was too focused on the bleeding candle.
No, the nice thing is like the worms aren't there when you start. So somehow lighting more candles causes the other world to invade. But yeah, what's the gameplay? Is this the gameplay? Doesn't say it's a VR game, so
it's just like a trailer beyond someone screaming, even though it still also involves someone screaming.
Yeah.
So I really like the design on that card. The other side, it just looks. I love that kind of shit. It just looks cool. But beyond that, I don't know what to make of it other than I'm interested. PT's terrifying. You know, I'm not the world's. I wouldn't call myself a Kojima fanboy, but I like what he makes well enough. So let's freaking go.
And that's it. Those are the trailers.
That is really high fidelity.
Nice. I'm gonna be right back, and we'll hit record on the podcast.
Chill. Sounds good. Those actresses. What actresses are we talking about? Who's super similar? I'm just happy for Kojima. The man just feels like he's thriving in his element, having a good time. Yeah, we watched the Monster Hunter trailer already. It was pretty cool. Yakuza Kiwami 3? Is that something new that was shown today? I have not heard of any new Yakuza stuff. Kiwami 3, 8 hours ago. Okay, yeah, it is new. Comes with an entirely new spin-off game. Oh, so is this a remake? Huh. I guess there was also a Yakuza remake announced today.
Which one?
It looks like it's in a series of remakes I didn't know existed, so this would take more research for me to comment on.
Let's make a podcast about what we do know.
Let's talk. We've more than enough to chew on. More than enough. Let's do it. All right, hitting record, which means the podcast starts now. Welcome back to the Grinding Gear podcast, everybody. It's still September, so it's still the Patreon-a-thon. Head on over to supportoutbromance.com. Check it out if you're not supporting us on Patreon. We would love it if you considered it. We're really close to our next goal, and it's looking like I will have to dress up for our next stream.
Hell yeah.
Looking like I do believe we hit our daily goal from yesterday.
It was
shortly after going offline.
It was cozy. The beret was very comfortable. Excellent suggestion.
Beret Bros tomorrow.
Beret Bros.
On tomorrow's Expedition 33 stream. That game continues to be amazing.
Yep, it sure is.
I love that game. Don't let how red my face gets sometimes during parry timings fool you. I love that game.
That's just like, I'm
red with love.
Yes, you can get good, but you can be like totally owning Sekiro and then find a boss that is just off rhythm and you're complete bane. And you just, you got to get good for each individual boss a lot of the time in these sort of parry games. And this is not so different, though they do keep the MSQ very, the main story quest, very surmountable in terms of difficulty, which is nice.
No spoilers, but the multifaceted section that we did yesterday was hard as shit. By comparison of other main story things we've done up to that point, that was quite difficult.
Difficulty for me is on the range of...
We are set to expert also.
Yeah.
I guess is a good thing to mention.
But difficulty for me is on a range of apply yourself, hit your head against a wall. Where this is like F tier, like basic, good game. You respect it. You're going to play the video game. Then we get into like serious mode, which is exit combat, get out the pen and paper, figure out my feats, restructure my points, put on the stuff that counters them. And then deep on the other side is actually get good memorized timing. And I don't think
which I've been doing a lot more of in my solo play, because we're if you're not aware, if you all again, to the folks that only keep up with us on podcast, we are playing through the whole game together in the same room with two controllers live on stream, and we basically pick characters. And if they end up getting attacked, we're up to the plate to try and parry or dodge or what have you. It's not a perfect system because there's plenty of party-wide attacks, and we tend to just get hit by those because we're not sure which one of us should be doing stuff. But anyway,
it's part of the fun.
And then after the fact, I come home and I play what we just played again with Katie because she's super into it. But she would rather have the high fidelity experience of seeing it on our TV, not through a YouTube
Compression. Yeah, it happens.
And also, we're a lot quieter when we play at home. She gets to just bask in the story and not listen to you and me ha-ha chuckling. So, which is a service we cannot offer. I don't know, maybe $10,000. I'll come play a game at your house for you personally. I have my price.
Depends what you give me to work with. Yeah, you need to participate a bit.
Yeah, how does Katie like it? Katie loves it. Katie hasn't really wanted to watch me play a game in a really long time. I'm trying to think the first time that ever even happened, because it was pretty early on with her and I living together. I think it was Last of Us. I think it was Last of Us.
Good choice.
There was a game, I think it was Last of Us, where I played more when she wasn't home, and she came home and she was like, "Oh frick, I really wanted to see what happens next." And I was just like, "Oh crap, I'm sorry. I'm just not used to you, being into the game I'm currently playing." And so like when those moments pop up, like it's really special to me. It's like I think we've been living together for like a year or so. And so it was cool because other than that, we just kind of played WoW together every once in a while. And that's kind of how our gaming paths crossed. But yeah, no, she's super into it. She's really freaking into it. She's also like weirdly into watching me play Hollow Knight.
Yeah, it's a watchable game for sure.
Yeah. She likes trying to crack where to go next. Particularly, we just made it to Deep Nest, so like that whole place is a maze. She's like, I think you doubled back here. You should go back. You missed a turn. And then, at least so far, I don't think a boss has taken me more than 4 attempts, and I think it's just hard enough that she's entertained by how flustered I get because I overcome it fast enough that I don't become full on rage.
I feel like the Wizard took me quite a few.
The Wizard, you're talking about at the top of the Crying City?
Yeah.
Whatever the
City of Tears.
Crying City of Tears. I can never get the name right. City of Tears. Yeah, that one didn't. I think that was a 3 try for me. That wasn't too bad. The Mantis Lords was a 4 try. They were bastards. I did not realize I could jump on the wall, though, that they were jumping on. And I feel like I should have put that together because I got the Mantis Claw from the Mantis Village. But I would also like to point out it took me a full week from finding the Mantis Village to find how to get to the Mantis Lords. So I found the Mantis Claw a week before I found the Mantis Lords.
That hole was not fair. It was slightly glowing, but the visual language of that hole was not right.
But I went left first, and I think left is like a no-go because of spikes. I think it was as simple as I needed to go right, and I went left, and I assumed I didn't have the right tool for the job yet. And a week later, I was just like, oh shit, I could have been here days ago.
I can tell you from my research of playing Metroid Mission Zero and Castlevania, that map is way kinder. Because trying to find holes you missed on a pixel map sucks. Absolutely sucks. Because everything is tiny squares. At least when it's drawn into the art, you can find where you're going.
Yeah. Anyway, it's really good. I gotta say, I think chat, dear podcast listeners, there's nothing streamers like talking about more and everyone else hates hearing about more than how hard streaming is. Streamers love talking about how hard it is to stream, and everyone else in the world wants them to shut up.
But
however, that being said, I think we can all agree that streaming a game is objectively a worse way to experience a video game. If you just want to like enjoy a game, for the most part, streaming it publicly is a worse experience than playing it by yourself.
I don't think it's about the audience. I think it's about cataloging your failure that is the hardest part. Because our brains have a fabulous way of omitting the boring stuff from anything in our lives.
Yeah.
And
that I'm with you. I think that is personal because I think there are people on this earth that that does not faze them for a second and they do not care. And I am super jealous of people that's their personality. I think it's a really common roadblock to throw up for yourself if you want to get into streaming. You're like, oh, I don't want to fail in public. It's a hurdle you have to get over, even if you never actually. Let me tell you, I still don't like failing in public. All these years later, I still don't like doing it, but you gotta get over it. That wasn't the point I was trying to get at, though. Point I was like, I just wanted to be like, can we agree that for the most part, most games are a better experience played alone than played with an audience? But just in terms of the speed with which you learn, the amount that you retain knowledge-wise, all that kind of stuff. That's how I feel. I'm like, when in the rare occasion that I actually play something on stream and then play it a second time by myself, I learn better. I pick things up faster. I retain information better. Hollow Knight, I legitimately think might be better streamed. Because that one day you and I streamed it, my first experience with the game. Woo, was it nice? With you and Chad being like, hey, maybe you should just check that corner again. Just one more time. Because I'm so lost in Hollow Knight right now, dude. I'm so lost. I have no idea where to go. I've seen every corner of Deep Nest, and there's just some asshole sleeping, and I don't know how to wake him up. And like, I'm so lost. And I'm like, this might legitimately be the first game I played where I'm like, this is unassailably a better experience with a crowd.
Interesting. I mean, that's all. Like, do you enjoy boss orders? You played quite a bit of Elden Ring. Did you look up a boss order list for that?
No, but if I ever pick it back up with the intention of beating it, because I've never beaten Elden Ring, I probably will. It's just too big of a game. I'm too like to get lost, distracted, and oh no, what a terrible thing to say. Satisfied before actually finishing it. It happens to me with every Bethesda game. I reach my own personal satisfaction long before I actually finish the main quest.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But I also don't like the storyline of being a gladiatorial thief wizard all at the same time. Being completionist. Yeah, being a completionist in a Bethesda game is miserable for my immersion. I'm the best thief you've ever seen in your life, and I cast Fireball. Are you serious? It's not stealthy at all.
It's not necessarily what I was getting at.
You go make a wizard, you complete the wizard tower in Skyrim, and then you make a new character in order to do the thief stuff.
Okay.
But I think that's a completely fair take when it comes to Hollow Knight. I think that it is linear with getting lost enough that playing along with a guide, it would be completely satisfying, much like Dark Souls.
Yeah, I think I've reached a personal point of pain on the getting lost. I really enjoyed it, and now I have found enough zones with enough untied up loose ends that I'm just like, I'm kind of throwing my arms up. Like, I don't even know where to begin to try and test. And I know that if I take the journey to get to that one loose thread and I'm wrong, it's 40 minutes of wasted time.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. It gets better with various power-ups and all that. And that's part of the joy of a Metroidvania is, you know, the navigation, your own knowledge plus the power-ups equaling speed. And I think that's why there's such a speedrun crowd around them too, because it is so much fun to know where you're going.
Yeah, and I think I might be one of those, like, because of like I know I'm going the right place. The backtracking is really fun for me.
Yeah,
because I know the carrot that's on the end of the stick,
but and you're hauling ass like you've never
sometimes
done.
I think there's a carrot on the end of the stick, and then there's jack shit.
Yeah,
and that feeling is not great. It happened infrequently enough in the early game, but once you get past, I think like knowing where 3 of the zones are, at least for me, it has hit a point where I'm like, I've gone 3 days without finding a boss. I am officially impatient, and I kind of want to look stuff up.
How many hours did I do? I did full no looky uppies, but I used a lot of those little pins on my map, and I did look up what I needed the lamp for, because that was so expensive. I didn't want to waste my jewels.
I had to look up where to buy the lamp because I found one dark tunnel and I was like, okay, one dark tunnel. I can come back to this later. Then I found a second dark tunnel and I went, all right, there must be something that lets me see where the hell is the lamp. I had no idea. It was just like back at what's his name? Cell.
Well, Team Cherry to me seems like a little trolly. And when you buy a game on release, I'm very trusting. Everything in the game is for a purpose. But if you buy a game like 7 years late, there's a good chance there's something in there that costs 3,000 geo that is completely useless. Because LOL the memes. Looks like I put about, I'd say about 25 hours. I hit the final boss and I went, cool, I'm looking up a boss list.
Sly is the guy. Yeah. It's I definitely, if I were to start this over again, I would keep better notes because I forgot I had the Mantis Claw. Like I was just like, what the hell do I like? Because I was just trying to like look up like what do I need next, but like don't tell me where it is, kind of a thing. And like so I just looked up like general order of items I already had, and I saw Mantis Claw, and I'm like, wait, what Mantis Claw? Where's the Mantis Claw? I already had it. Like I just forgot that that's what it was called. So yeah, welcome everybody to my extremely late Hollow Knight experience that I'm sure you all had already.
I'm sure it's relatable to Silksong in some way.
This had to be, and I'm already like having extreme FOMO. This had to be the coolest game to play when it was brand new, and nobody knew where anything was. There was no guy, and I think that to me, like maybe I'm romanticizing it. And if you experience this along with the launch of Hollow Knight, get in our Discord, write us an email, let us know. I would love to hear what it was like. But I'm really romanticizing this. I bet it was so much fun to be in a Hollow Knight subreddit, to be on a Hollow Knight message board or a Discord, and sharing with each other your discoveries. Because this game just dropping with no guide, it's so easy to get lost. It had to be so cool to be like the first person to find out, how to get to certain bosses or how to get into certain areas of the map. And that's probably what's happening with Silksong right now. And it's making me almost want to be like, I think I'm just going to go Silksong and be a part of this new experience, and I'll come back to Hollow Knight.
I think the abilities do not entirely cross between the two, I hear. So I think you could do that should you want to.
Yeah. I've heard some talk on I think like me, I like the Next Line of podcast. I think they mentioned a few times that you can like swap out, I think, diagonal abilities for some more of the more traditional like cardinal like attacks, I think. But I don't know, and without playing the game, I don't really have the context for what that means or how much it would change your gameplay. If it's anything like getting the charm in Hollow Knight that stops you from getting knocked back when you attack, I probably wouldn't like it. I'd probably get so used to the way Silksong plays that by the time I can drastically alter how my attacks function, I probably won't want it. But that Silksong now, yeah, that's what it sounds like. It's that to me is cool. Like I'm really trying to go through Hollow Knight and meet the game on its like at face value on its terms. But I'm like, I'm not even sure that's why so many people love this game. I think a lot of people love this game because it was this communal experience of this is a total mind effort. Let's figure it out together, y'all. And I bet that was such a cool experience.
It's just also just a really good one of those, a Metroidvania.
It is a really good one of those. Yeah, it is a really, really good one of those. But yeah, that's my checkup. I'm experiencing some friction, but it's not making me not like the game. It's just making me want to be like, all right, I think I might be done with my like virgin playthrough.
Well, don't be too hard on yourself here, because that was 2017 where live service games were popping off. That was Here's the Storm 2.0 for us. Like, there was so much to do in 2017. The fact that this still stood the test of time is just a testament of how well it plays and how much fun it is to play.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's what's going on in our lives. Again, a little shout out to our Patreon. Go check it out. Supportourbromance.com. It is our Patreon-a-thon. We are very close to achieving our last few goals. So go.
Thank you all so much.
Got a lot of names again to thank this week. So thank you for signing up, everybody. All right. Well, let's talk about. That's enough about what's going on with us. Let's talk about what's going on with games. Let's get into this week's news.
Good. Oh, great news, everyone. Shove it.
We had a Kojima Productions presentation, a Capcom presentation, Split Fiction Award, Silent Hill F review embargo is over, and most people have already beaten the game because of early access. The future is broken. We've got Xbox increasing prices, Fortnite proximity voice chat resulting in thousands of bans. Who could have saw that coming? And Final Fantasy Tactics Evilise Chronicles review embargo is also up and out, and it's going well. We're going to talk about pretty much all of these. Let's start with Kojima. Kojima Productions hosted the Beyond the Strand live stream, and we caught up on some of the trailers just before recording this podcast. If you're watching the YouTube version of the whole live stream, you probably already saw us do that. Thanks for tuning in, live chat. What's up? OD looks horrifying, creepy, masterful, tension. Still nothing really in the realm of gameplay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm a bit of a grump when I don't see gameplay. I'm going to be completely honest, but I got a soft spot for horror, particularly when the horror is well executed, and this is some well executed horror.
Yeah, that's a nice little tension piece when it comes. And certainly, if you've played PT or watched PT content in the past, you're like, oh, okay, crying baby, I know what's up here. Yeah, so everyone prepare your sinks.
I have never played PT. Should I buy a PlayStation off eBay that has PT installed?
See if you can dig up someone's demo copy.
Do you have PT installed on one of your old PlayStations?
No, not a. God, Kristen played it. Wait, maybe? Do we?
Is there any way to get PT like easily?
Well, no. Is kind of the storyline of it.
Jesse has it on his PS4? Oh, shit.
Interesting. Yeah. I might actually need to look
Just find a YouTube bot. No, God, no. Jesus, that is sacrilege.
Well,
watch a horror game.
Well, I think it's still a decent experience to watch. I think you would get the gist pretty well.
No, that is offensive to me and my religion.
Yeah, no,
my religion is scaring the shit out of myself.
It was straight up terrifying. I was very scared.
There's no re-release. Okay.
Yep. I was very scared watching it. This looks fun. I like the cast. Worm Man and It Girl doing great out there. You don't know who Worm Man is yet, but we'll find out later.
How much is a flight to LA these days?
What are you gonna? Oh, you're gonna go play Jesse's coffee?
Just go find Jesse. Just go find Jesse.
Get him to show you it.
And just I'll leave you with a little something in October before. Hey, Katie. Yeah, we're gonna stop in LA for a day before we continue on to Japan.
I mean, at least it's the right direction. So you got that going for you.
We're going from Atlanta straight to Tokyo. So it's this insane diagonal flight path, like kind of over the top of the earth. Not quite at the top, but yeah. Anyway,
face symbolism, candles. What an interesting artistic piece. Love the eyeball shit going on throughout the whole trailer.
It looks extremely high fidelity. I didn't see an in-engine disclaimer at the beginning, so I don't know if it actually is an engine or not.
No, there's a bunch of omitted, including blurred out text in the actual game itself. So they
redacted their own damn teaser.
Yeah, they made sure they didn't have spoilers in their trailer, and then they drew a nice picture of some abs below that. Well done.
According to Google, that trailer was an engine. Okay. Okay. That is nuts looking. Absolutely nuts looking. It looks like it's made in Unreal, and the people are restless about how Unreal has been performing on modern day PCs. Kyle,
is Unreal the current one for the Borderlands? Is that in the Unreal?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is. Which is admittedly, bit of a Borderlands hater. More admittedly, haven't played Borderlands 4. That game looks like every Borderlands I've ever looked at. That does not look like a visually like pushing the boundaries of what game visuals are capable of. So why it's having trouble running on modern PCs is beyond me. So yeah, it definitely endears me to the camp of, hey, maybe Unreal needs to work on optimizing a little better. But then you got shit like Monster Hunter. They're not using Unreal. And they're having trouble too. So
got an update on the Death Stranding movie, but some of this shit, man, like, partnering with the Mitsubishi Financial Group for a credit card. So thank you.
That was the funniest. That made me laugh so hard. I was catching up on this morning with my coffee. I saved the trailers so that I'd have a genuine reaction when we watched them before the show. But I sipping my coffee and I see Kojima credit card, and I'm just. You gotta be kidding me.
Well, you know,
it's the most Kojima shit I've ever heard.
Yeah, you know, he just wants a finger in all the pies. Can you blame him at the end of the day?
Yeah, he does. They apparently also have an AR project with Niantic. That's the Pokemon Go company.
Okay.
We'll see. I like Pokemon Go enough. A lot of people seem to forget that they also just tried to capitalize on their own success and made a Harry Potter Pokemon Go that was a massive flop.
Did that happen?
Yes.
I don't remember hearing about that.
Yes. So like I'm always a little trepidatious, but Kojima being at all involved at least makes me perk up and go, okay, maybe you can find a weird, brave new direction to take an AR game.
I mean,
they did a Witcher and a Monster Hunter. Wow. Okay. So they did even more things that I was unaware of. What the hell would you do for a Witcher game? I guess finding monsters.
Yeah, I guess so. Like maybe find footprints and eventually find a monster or something. That seems really.
I love The Witcher, but
yeah, it seems kind of small potatoes for putting that much effort into it.
It doesn't seem as popularly zeitgeisty as Pokemon to try and get people to install a phone app for.
Well, you also have the barrier of entry of playing The Witcher, which that's kind of high fantasy. That's just it's not broad appeal.
I don't see that as much of a barrier these days. I know you're a tortured D&D fan, but the rest of us are like, yeah, fantasy's pretty friggin' popular these days.
Yeah, no, I've seen the number on the main live play still going around. D&D is
pretty
still
high fantasy.
It's still cooking.
Says the man who has single-handedly lived through his tortured past becoming the most popular damn thing on the planet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I went the other way. I got made fun of Star Wars, and then I got to grow up in a world where Star Wars continually turned its own fans against it.
Celebrating 10 years of Kojima. He's got a timeline.
Dude, that's the part of this that like kind of shocked me. Like, I cannot believe it's been 10 years since the Kojima Konami fallout. That still feels new to me.
I mean, I guess Death Stranding is like 6 years old.
Yeah, when was Death Stranding 1? Death Stranding 1.
2019.
Yeah, that was 6 years ago, my dude.
I remember watching Future Man play it while I was on the floor with my newborn, my first kiddo.
My God. He's 6 now? I thought he was 5.
No, he's 6. Just turned 6.
Oh, his birthday. Oh, my God. Wow. Okay.
That was the birthday I had to go to when in the Expedition 33, and I had to run.
I guess I don't have to apologize. He's not my child. But
you also gave him an awesome gift. Garrett gives excellent gifts to my kids.
Was it good? I was actually stumped this year because you told and I love it because Kyle will actually give me a tip if I ask, and everyone else in my life who has kids. I love you all. You're useless. You give me no ideas for your children. Kyle will give me very specific, like the type of tip I would want because I remember being a kid getting the shit I didn't want growing up. And I don't want to be that adult in your kids' lives. So you were like, he's really into those, like whatever the latest Transformer thing is, which is Cyber World.
Yep, Cyber World is the new Transformers
Cyber
line.
World. Hey, Cyber World, I got a bone to pick. Your toys are tiny and dinky. They don't make an impressive gift.
Well, you did the right thing though. You gave him Megatron from the new set, which he didn't have.
I asked what he already had. You said I only got him the Grimlock. To my chagrin, Grimlock was the only reasonably sized Transformer that would have actually looked like an impressive gift.
But Megatron can ride inside the Grimlock.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's sick.
So you hooked him up there, and then you were like, I don't know, this is too small of a toy. So you gave us a gift card. He got Minecraft with that, man. He got Minecraft.
Hell yeah. Katie and I had a long talk about it because we weren't sure. I was like, we got to get something more than this. Maybe we get him another Transformer. And I was like, Katie, really serious question, because like I take gift giving for kids like really serious. Like I want to be the cool adult in the people that can stand me being around their children's lives. And so I was just like, I know a lot of adults are like, oh, gift card. You didn't put any thought in this. When I was a kid, I was losing my shit when I got a gift card because there was nothing worse than when you were a kid going to the store and being like, nah, no, you don't have your own money. You're not buying this. But if I had a gift card, it was like, I've got the gift card. As long as it's under that amount, I can get it, baby. I loved that stuff. I got so excited about getting gift cards when I was a kid.
I can say, as a parent, it is unnerving when the collection of gift cards kind of gets pushed together, and it lost its gift meaning anymore. Like that, there's that whole you should write a thank you letter for getting a gift, and when the gift cards become a conglomeration of Best Buy, which is what I grew up with, it was no longer from grandma. It was from this nebulous force of your birthday. And so your parents would be like, aren't you happy grandma got you that? You'd be like, grandma didn't give me that. Freaking, there's like 4 gift cards.
Yeah, no, I can see that. I can see that. But yeah, anyway, we were talking about it. And she's like, yeah, I was always really excited when I got gift cards too. I'm like, okay, all right. We'll do both. Let's do both. That's fine. So anyway, cool. I'm glad it was a hit.
Hell yeah.
Glad it was a hit. And I'm glad that thinking about Kojima not being with Konami for 10 years makes me feel old. I'm glad that happened. It's wonderful. It's great. He also showed art for his barely announced espionage game. So a little bit ago, I don't remember exactly when, but Kojima let slip that he is, in fact, working on an action espionage game, which is, of course, what he's most famous for. Because everyone loves Metal Gear Solid. And he is legally not allowed to make Metal Gear Solid.
So this is Fizzant? Psychic?
I already forget how it's pronounced. but yeah, that is some serious MGS-ass art. For the audio-only listeners, I would recommend just giving it a quick Google. They showed a poster basically for it. But it really invokes that MGS2, MGS3 era of a massive portion of the artwork just being stark white and then leading way to some brush strokes or some ink effects to the actual illustration of Snake doing Snake stuff. But in this case, it's, I don't know, a faceless dude with a gun getting up to some espionage.
With the words, "Here comes the feeling." That's
that is the most Kojima shit. It's great. It's perfect. It's so on brand.
I've been reading some fantasy books, enjoying myself. Sometimes things are called just really dumb shit, and you're like, you know what? Let's roll with it. I'm just happy you made the product at the end of the day. The feeling could be one of the greatest psychological villains of our time.
The feeling? Oh,
here comes the feeling. It's not Diablo. It's not Mephisto. It's the feeling. The feeling.
Yeah, that's the. There's this thing with I was exposed to Kojima right around the same time that I was getting into anime for the first time, and I think a lot of us that are our age went through this experience that we now look back on probably with some embarrassment, where you're just I like media that comes out of Japan because it's weird in a cool way. And I remember learning about there's a Japanese practice of decorating things with just English, which is where a lot of humorous memes from the past of poor English.
Oh yeah, I eat skin and all that thing. From. Yeah.
It's Kazari something. I forget. But it's just a real thing. And I remember back in the day thinking it was amusing that sometimes I would see covers or promotional images for Kojima games. And I'd have that kind of reaction of is it just word soup because of that practice? And then you play the game and you're like, nope, in the context of the game, this is not decorative at all. It makes complete sense. It was 100% on topic. And I feel terrible forever thinking otherwise. So yeah, I didn't even realize it said, "Here comes the feeling."
Here comes the feeling. It's great. Feeling it. Is he wearing a suit or an ascot? I don't know. Does he have a robot arm? Sure, maybe.
It's a half tactical poncho. Have I talked to you about how much I love tactical ponchos?
Well, Master Chief wears over his spacesuit and that kind of thing?
That is technically, That's more like your that to me comes from westerns where like your American gunslinger hero gets his poncho from the local Mexican tavern. Mecca with drapery is different. I just love a tactical poncho. They're in Star Wars a lot.
Is it different than a duster?
Yes, a poncho is a poncho, a duster is a duster, and a trench coat is a trench coat. A trench coat is more duster. A duster is really the marriage of a poncho and a trench coat. Now that I think about it, does the boss wears a poncho?
Oh, a tactical poncho is like bug out bag adjacent, like out in the woods. It's not a ghillie suit, but it's a ghillie suit without the leaves.
But yeah, do you see in like Rogue one of her main costumes when they're out in the rain? She's wearing a poncho, and it's the most Star Wars ass looking poncho you've ever seen in your life. So tactical usually just means it's tactical. So usually there's like extra zippers or pockets, places to keep shit. But I just think they're cool. I just think they're cool. Oh yeah, the boss at the beginning of I think it's MGS2 when he's smoking the cigar and he's walking on the rainy bridge. He's wearing a poncho. I love this shit. So, yeah. Although it also looks like it can be a poncho. Or,
he's swimming in it. Oh, that's consuming him.
Yeah,
it's
I love
huge.
that shit. Love it. Rain is great. More rain in our moody fiction, please. No, that's a different guy.
Is that not a tactical poncho? It's huge, but it does kind of look like
that's a bit different. I believe that's a bomb suit.
I appreciate his need for the straw in order to make sure he can reach his mouth.
Well, you need wine is important.
You got to get in there after all.
Wine is important. Yeah, that's not who we're talking about. That is a bomb suit. That is 100% a bomb suit. Anyway, oh God. Hey Kyle, when we're 72 years old and we've finished playing all the Final Fantasies, we should play every Metal Gear Solid.
Sure. Yeah, why not? Yeah, Resident Evil, we'll do them all. We just won't do every Monster Hunter. Because I think it would behoove us to make sure the levels don't go on forever, whatever we play. There has to be an end point to the levels.
I mean, you would eventually run out of things.
You would eventually run out. Yes. But surmountable things.
And then we had the Capcom online program Tokyo at TGS at the Tokyo Game Show, where you saw Onimusha.
I did, yes, and continued to be worried about its existence slightly.
It's doing nothing for me, is my review, and I won't go any deeper than that because you can just watch me. You can watch us watch the trailer, and I was just like, I went in grumpy, and I came out. I'm like, it's still. This doesn't look like it's for me.
There's so much I love about it. It's such a mixed bag. I love the performances. I like what I'm seeing. I like the demons, but the gameplay just doesn't look spooky. But
yeah, I don't know. They showed more of Pragmata, which is a game I think looks fun. I'm a little worried the environments look a little flat, but the gameplay looks fun.
It did.
That certainly seems to be what they're leading with the game. So I think they're heading in the right direction.
Is it a full price game?
Are you asking if it's a premium game for premium gamers?
Yes, I'm asking that because I mean no shade by this, but this looks like a game that would totally rock on and off for about $25. Like it
ain't gonna be that cheap.
It does one thing, and sometimes you're just in the mood for that one thing, and I could play this.
Pricing unavailable. No, we don't know how much it's going to cost.
Far too high fidelity.
Yeah.
But I like us putting more puzzles in the shooters. I like where we're going with all this. I like that we are expanding our understanding of what can be done inside even a shooting game. I feel like we're slowly escaping the actionification of all story games.
Actionification?
Yeah, like when you used to have 10 abilities, and then it became 6, and then it became 4, and the camera zoomed out more, and your tactical game got a real time dodge roll in it. Like slowly, a lot of RPGs became more and more that kind of thing. And when we had Doom Remake, we started to put back in more puzzle solving and less just shooting the cool guns. I like where we're going with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the success of shit like Baldur's Gate 3 has proven the patience level of the average gamer.
That could be.
We're happy for systems deep combat experiences. We're totally fine with it.
Well,
this looks fun.
Yeah, we like sinking our teeth in.
I like both. I like both. Both is good. I like a simple game with simple mechanics. You know, I don't want this hacking mini game in my Resident Evil game. Don't give me that. I mean, like RE4. Just give me a weak spot to shoot so they stagger.
I like
so I can run up with my knife. Like that's
what
a
I do really like.
And a balance between my gameplay that I really enjoy, but I also like something more tactical.
It's complete graphics prawn, but I do love the shadow puzzles where you have like the object that you have to
shadow puzzles.
Yeah, like so you'll have so like the shape on the wall will be a square, and you have an X before you. Like an X object.
You have to turn the 3D
and
object
you turn
to make
the 3D
shadow puppet
object,
correct.
yeah, sideways. And now
dude.
the X is a square.
How is that graphics prawn?
Because like it's like, hey, there's a light over there, the light there. How does it work? Does this old farmhouse have light sensors in it? No, but
that's not graphics prawn. That's just suspension of disbelief. That's like every trap in Indiana Jones. It's like, how does this actually work? Like people that would have made this in the time it was made wouldn't have had this type of technology. Don't think about it.
Yeah.
Just don't think about it. It's cool.
I think I'm kind of getting over you can turn over the card. Like when you pick up an object, you can like rotate it in your hand. And there's sometimes like a password on the back page or something.
I mean, it's not going to get me to buy the game, but I still like it. I still like that. It's not overdone, I guess. Like, just, I need a break from something. Like, sometimes a mechanic is perfectly fine. It just gets implemented into too many games back to back. And it kind of runs its course. But sometimes you just have a long enough break from a certain type of mechanic and you're totally stoked to go back to it. But I think Break Metal looks good. I want to play it. I'm not as... I don't know. I don't think about price. I don't usually think about price until it's actually time to buy the damn game. And then I sit down and go, am I going to play it immediately? And if the answer is anything other than yes, I will just wait. Or if the game is from Nintendo and I go, this will never cost less than it does now, so I might as well enjoy it as a new game.
They got you there. Big tactic. Never lower your price.
Yeah.
And then Monster Hunter Wilds.
We got Monster. We already knew about Monster Hunter Wilds doing a big Final Fantasy 14 crossover. What we didn't know was that they were going to really just aim for my throat by letting me get an entire Shadowbringers Dark Knight armor set complete with sword.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good.
It does look really good. I will not be playing this day one. I am nowhere near ready to return to Monster Hunter Wilds. It looks super cool though.
It's just an ecosystem thing at that point. No shade at Monster Hunter Wilds. All my friends aren't playing Monster Hunter Wilds, so I'm not playing it, so it didn't happen naturally. But I thought it was a perfectly fun game, and this looks like a fun crossover.
I really enjoyed my time with it. Yeah. But I didn't push enough far enough in the end game to, I think, even be ready for the level of content that this is going to be. I'm also pretty sheepish after we tried the last Final Fantasy crossover in Monster Hunter World.
Got our asses
spent a whole
kicked.
stream on that thing, and we didn't beat it.
No, it was hard.
Like, okay, this is try hard content for try hard gamers, So, but it's also a premium game for premium gamers because it's expensive and it runs like shit on your computer. So, it's a wonderful Borderlands sequel.
Excellent. Next up.
Sometimes I'm like certain something will make you laugh and it doesn't, and I'm just like, shit, I don't know where to go from here.
I don't actually know much about the whole Pitchford thing. I'm sorry, I don't really.
He's just the most hated man in video games.
Yeah, I
don't. That's all you need. He's just a consistent jackass. It's just the absolute worst thing at the perfectly incorrect time.
Yeah, I missed the last boat, and everyone already hated him by the time he showed his face this next time. So I believe you. You go for it. The Split Fiction got him. Split Fiction got a award from the Prince of Sweden.
God bless him. This is probably gonna slot in as my my second favorite game of the year, right underneath Expedition 33.
Oh, there's no way Split Fiction's beating Blueprints for me, but you know we're among giants here. I'm not too worried.
I do like Blueprints. I do like Blueprints.
That's just these are good games all around. It's been a great year for video games, and there's something I just love about, like, you know, the French government being like, good job on that tax revenue there, Expedition 33. Like, there's something about video games getting more mainstream. This is the kind of like mainstream that I love. You want to hear like good things.
Yeah, man. I like it's weird because I don't think I'll ever outgrow a certain degree of F the system. But I just saw MCR and they were just given the key to the city for the town that they are from in New Jersey. And I was just so proud of them.
Yeah,
but
man.
At any other point, you asked me to care about who's currently running for mayor. And I'm like, I don't want to talk about politics. Like, I just don't. I don't want to think about it. I do my civic duty, y'all. But it's not something I want to engage with on a public stage. I just find it exhausting. But at a certain point, you're just like,
this is freaking cute.
Kings and queens are made up bullshit. But yeah, hell yeah, you go.
Yeah, you
get
yourself a giant. What is this, like a runce or something? Like, the award looks like it's made of candy, but hell yeah.
That's exactly what I would think an award from a Swedish prince would look like.
It looks very wholesome and handmade. And I'm happy to see video games being celebrated when constantly the news is stuff like video games blamed for this or being too violent or many of the other things that actually happen inside video games, particularly coming from a live service world. It's just nice to see a video game.
There's a lot of that happening in the United States, which just firmly convinces me that we are actually back in 1998. So, yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Get your flowers, as they say, as Garrett taught me to say, I should say.
Get there. Yes, we'll catch you up on lingo that was big 2 years ago yet.
I'll get there. Hey, dude, my 6-year-old came home 2 days ago and just started dabbing. So, it's still cool with the kids.
Yeah. Also, I didn't put it in the notes, but our Discord informed me last night, and while we're talking about games that got their flowers, that Expedition 33 won an award at the Japan Game Awards.
Oh, cool. Huh.
Yeah, it got the Breakthrough Award.
Interesting.
And I saw a lot of folks in there talking about how it doesn't look like too many non-Japanese games have won Japan Game Awards.
So that's cool. That is very cool.
That's really freaking cool for them, and I know there was I believe there's an official statement from the Expedition 33 team on their social media, basically just saying, like, this means a lot. Like, this game wouldn't exist without all the Japanese RPGs that we played growing up.
Well, speaking of the actionification of RPGs, that's a Final Fantasy 16 is a prime example of that. And I'm really excited for the future that not only Baldur's Gate issues in, but Expedition 33 might lead to.
Yeah, man. Like anything else, it's like, okay, now just don't overdo it to a certain degree.
I don't think you can.
Bit of a side conversation to going through these news stories, but it's been in my head ever since we started playing Expedition 33. Because the second we started playing Expedition 33, and you and I both reacted positively to its gameplay, I saw a lot of comments that were like, yeah, the gameplay is great, but also I don't think this is what Final Fantasy should be. And I somewhat agree with that, but I'm like, I don't know. I think I would have liked FF16 more if this is how its combat was.
Yeah, it would have matched in really well. I mean, ultimately, it asks a lot of you. Whether we're talking just pure hours to beat it with knowledge and a cool build, or parry-only systems. And that kind of game requires an enriching, rewarding story. So you could overdo it, but the chance of that many games having a enjoyable enough story to make me play a 50-hour game like that, pretty low. There's a reason why we go off about software or FromSoft games in the Dark Souls community. It's because it's a trusted brand. Because we know we're going to have to work our asses off to beat this thing. So I'm more of the opinion, like, just apply it to everything and just steal this combat, put it on everything, and then we'll decide if it's a good enough story to make me put in the work in the first place.
Personally, I'm just very excited for their next game.
Yeah.
Like, whatever comes after Expedition 33 is a day one buy now. Like, coming in swinging, let's go. Like, short of like the unthinkable, they would have to come out and announce, we are intentionally making the worst game ever to prove as a social experiment that you can rest on your laurels after a hit. Then I would probably skip it. But anything short of that.
Right. When they could really,
whatever they make next, I'm buying.
They could also just play it safe and be like side story game, side story game, side story collection of the games. Do it like 4 times, sell that as a single game down the road. You know, I'm not even talking DLCs, just other stories in that world, and you know, print some money for a pretty long length of time.
Yeah. What if I told you, Terakai, that you don't have to parry? What if I told you?
Yeah, you don't. Even on expert, you could get by without it.
Yeah, there's definitely some like serious parry hate going on right now. And like, I totally understand just like not liking something. But that game gives you plenty of other options.
Yeah, maybe it's the amount you have to work to avoid it mechanically or in menus, which, you know, I get not wanting to turn things down.
It's legitimately the hardest thing to pull off. So I feel like you don't have to work very hard to avoid it.
Yeah. No, I think that's also bragging.
Kevin B in chat says just dodge the parry hate.
It's also just, yeah, it's bragging. Like at the end of the day, a lot of cool factoids are actually just humble brags. So discerning those without outside information. But we don't need to help Expedition 33 sell copies. They're doing just fine. Silent Hill F reviews are out, and they're scarily good, in my opinion.
They're pretty freaking good.
They're really good. And that
I didn't grow up playing. I didn't grow up playing Silent Hill, but I grew up with Silent Hill fans, and that means I've grown up watching the light leave my friends' eyes.
Yeah.
Because I really don't think I can think of a gaming fan base that seems to have been more consistently let down than Silent Hill fans. Like maybe Kojima fans. But they got like Kojima leaving Konami and never being able to make another Metal Gear Solid is like the most devastating thing that ever happened to you. You still got more quality Metal Gear Solid games than Silent Hill fans got quality Silent Hill games.
Sonic fans?
Sonic fans know that. No, they are the self-flagellators of the game fandom. They are into punishment. They know exactly what they're getting themselves into, and they keep putting themselves in that position over and over again.
Also, the Sonic game that you think might be good looking out ahead, you're going to have like 4 games by the time that game even comes out. So sometimes you can replace quality with quantity and be fine. Silent Hill games you can always see coming from a mile away, and you, as a fan, believe you understand the world better than the creators, and that makes every single one the toughest sell in the world, and we're right. Of the bad reviews I've read about this thing, because I am considering day one purchase, because I love Silent Hill, the only ones that really give it a bad rundown complain about combat, and then the people who love it say, I wish the combat was worse, essentially. Like, I'm too effective.
I've seen that sentiment a lot of places.
Yeah.
It seems like there's a lot of Silent Hill fans out there that appreciate jank combat.
That's kind of the horror aspect, is you're just a dude with a pipe. You don't have training. You know, you get a gun, it's got a kick, you suck with it. You're just a person.
Yeah. Yeah. So can we claim it's back? Because I know the 2 remake did really freaking well.
Yeah, the 2 did do really well.
I need to play that.
Let's see here. It's solid. It's solid. I haven't picked up the new Bloober. Is that the team names? I haven't picked up their new game either.
Bloober team?
Yeah. Which reviewed pretty well, the old Chronos. It did all right. It just came out in a a tough crowd with Silk Song and everything else around it.
Yeah.
Who makes this thing? Who's making this one? Googling.
I didn't look it up before the show either. I'd kind of forgotten that its release was imminent. Probably because most people have already played and/or beaten it because of early access. This is
Neobards Entertainment.
I am wildly unfamiliar with them.
They made a costume for Resident Evil Resistance.
They have only been around since 2017. So, okay. That makes me feel better about being like, yeah, I'm not familiar with them.
Huh. Okay. Well, fresh blood.
They did a Devil May Cry HD collection, and they worked on some ports. Okay, so they're pretty fresh. Seems to, at least looking at their rundown here, this seems to be their first like big release.
So this might be their, they might have that time to shine kind of hunger on them.
That's sick. Yeah, I'm completely honest. Like, just 3 years of watching my Silent Hill friends just kind of become dejected. I haven't paid much attention to Silent Hill over the years, and the big reason why I didn't jump on 2. That and the dude's hair looked a little too much like a boy band character to me, but apparently it's good. And I've always liked the vibes of Silent Hill. And Kyle says it's back, everybody. The take from this is Kyle says Silent Hill's back.
Yeah.
And I should play Silent Hill.
I will be cautiously optimistic for a time here, and I hope it works out.
Yeah.
Big Fatal Frame vibes from this thing, and I want it to succeed.
It's good stuff. I didn't hear about this. You sent this my way. Xbox console prices are going up, which shouldn't be that surprising because everything is going up.
No, they're going up about $50 across the board here. Looks like the Series S will move up only $20, so that's like the smaller version of the Xbox.
That is the less powerful version.
Yeah, so not an extreme jump, but definitely shows all the price hikes that have been going on, and they've already had ones in the past.
Yeah. Microsoft blames price hikes on changes in the macroeconomic environment. I wonder what they're referencing there, Kyle.
Microsoft also planned to hike the price of their first-party Xbox games to $80 this holiday season, but walked that back in July. So this is their holiday plan.
Yeah, it just happened to PlayStation and just happened to every Switch except for the Switch 2. So.
This news I'm really excited about. It's a little metaphysical, but Fortnite added a proximity voice chat to one of their game modes recently.
You're excited about people getting banned wantonly for being horrible people?
Yes, I look forward to the publicification. We're just going to come up with vacations today of internet spaces. And I'm happy to see that Fortnite is adding a proximity voice chat, because proximity voice chat is freaking badass. First up, I want more games with proximity voice chat. And should a game put it in, I would like them to act like they're in reality and play the damn video game.
Being dipshits.
Or just not do it because you're in a public space. And because, you're going to lose your account at the end of the day. So, I hope.
So this already happens. I mean, people like get banned all the time and have been getting banned all the time in non-proximity voice chat games like Call of Duty.
Yes.
Since the peak of Xbox Live culture. But it hasn't really moved the needle in your average
and
anonymous internet denizen not being a horrible person.
And I think there is something more personal about proximity voice chat, because that voice is coming from you. You have a aura, an area around you that is exposed to your voice. And I want that so badly in MMOs, like for so long.
Interesting. Okay, so that's not what I thought you were saying. I thought you were heading down the line of like Fortnite's big enough, they're gonna have to make this work. But you're going much more philosophical with this, which I don't think I agree with. I love it. It's very optimistic. I think I've either been on the internet too long or too recently in voice chat compared to you to share your optimism.
Yeah, to just roll with the punches. Yeah, no, I definitely opt out of voice chat when it pops up in Here's the Storm to this day, because why would I?
Yeah, if this wasn't the argument you made, but I'd probably be on. I would probably agree with you more if you went Fortnite is massive and enjoyed by a lot of kids, and there's a lot of scrutiny in the space because of all the shit going on with Roblox. To keep online environments safe for children, that if Fortnite commits to this, it might force them to take moderation quite seriously. Which is something that would be really nice, and something we've been begging, corners of the internet like Twitch and YouTube to do with things like live chat forever, and there's just no progress being made.
Right.
So maybe this is big enough. That's interesting. That's it. But I was like, why does Kyle want to talk about banning jerks?
Because I love.
All right. That's an interesting angle.
Absolutely, we can take this. Like this is just one of those topics that you can run any direction with. The same with you have to have a phone number to play a game. Like there are so many different arguments for that kind of thing. Why don't you just make an account? Well, because you use your real. Oh wait, I don't want to do that in video games. Well, hang on. Well, I'm not going to say things in the game that are going to get me banned, but also I don't want to, scan my license when I start up a multiplayer game so that I can be tied to my face. It's such a complicated issue, but in my heart, man, proximity voice chat is magical, and I want more games to believe in it, and I want to build an eventual internet society where everyone goes, hell yeah, let's put that in that game. It's going to go just fine.
Have you? Weird question. Have you ever played paintball in real life?
No.
Oh, we should do that. That's proximity. That's the real proximity voice chat experience right there, my dude.
I've played a lot of laser tag.
You're not going to yell with the intensity that you will yell to your teammates in paintball in laser tag.
No, but it's
not the threat of the pain of the hit.
But those are still a good calf workout.
That is a true statement that I wasn't arguing.
You gotta squat as you get around.
Yeah. To me, laser tag is easily third place in the realm of physical shooting games that you can do in real life.
I haven't done it in so many years.
Paintball's first place, airsoft second place, laser tag is a distant third for me. There's an actual threat in paintball. There's just, even if you get hit somewhere where it does not hurt, like you're wearing a thick enough jacket and it hits you like chest area where like you're going to be fine. There is just something about the shock of that sound and feeling the vibration on your body that brings adrenaline with it in a way that laser tag and airsoft doesn't. It's nice. Also, I got shot in the face mask one time while I was yelling to my team, and that it has vents so you can breathe, and the liquid inside the paintball rocketed down my throat at about 70 miles an hour, and I almost threw up on my mask.
Nice.
And I'll never forget that experience. Never forget that experience. And I have no. I may or may not forget the experience of Final Fantasy Tactics. The embargo has dropped on the Final Fantasy Tactics Evilise Chronicles, so reviews are out there. It is also reviewing quite well. Did a little bit of reading. For the most part, seeing what journalists had to say, seems to be a yay in the direction of the quality of life improvements that make this just a more pleasant game to play, and a nay, because I guess there is additional PSP content and PSP versions of this game that are not in the Evilise Chronicles.
This thing has actually a lot of advertising power behind it, too.
It really does. They're pushing the living crap. I mean, dude, just look at our... you can make it as anecdotal as you want. Look at our own damn comments. Anytime we generally talk about playing every Final Fantasy, if we don't explicitly state in a 300-word or more essay that we will play Final Fantasy Tactics... 50 of the comments are, how dare you leave out Final Fantasy Tactics?
Fair.
Like for a lot of Final Fantasy fans, this is the best Final Fantasy. So it's beloved.
I do
Absolutely beloved.
I do like tactics. I prefer my tactics to autoplay after I've put them in position nowadays, which is just a modern problem. This is something I've become accustomed to in the last few years.
Just say you're old. It's okay.
It's not about being old. It's just the pleasure of watching the dominoes fall.
A little bit, just a little bit.
There's a difference between flicking over every domino or just hitting one and watching it go.
Okay. Yeah, we got folks in chat right now saying favorite game of all time. A cloud auto chess is boring to you. It might be not boring to other people. That's how opinions work.
That's true. That's true. Bring us in to Emma Mosley.
Yes, Hildebrand got us in trouble on YouTube and Blue Sky for sexually explicit visuals.
It's true. It happened.
We got a rather stern email from YouTube. And my Blue Sky tweet was straight up redacted.
That was pretty funny.
For those of you listening who may or may not know about shit going on in Final Fantasy XIV, there is a comedy quest line. There is an entire multi-expansion spanning quest line referred to as Hildebrand or Manderville because of the main character's name being Hildebrand Manderville. And it's comedy. There's not a ton of gameplay. It's mostly just there to go on a ridiculous adventure. And it is ridiculous. It is very zany. It has been much requested by folks that watch us and the hijinks we get up to on the internet that also like Final Fantasy XIV, and I can see why. You and I like doing silly voices. Nothing in Hildebrand is voice acted, so it is a blank slate for us to get up to our usual nonsense. And I photoshopped your face onto
a spinning man.
Okay. So, pardon to the audio audience. We are going to, so we don't also get banned again. We're going to show the scene that I made a thumbnail
in
from,
motion,
and not the thumbnail itself. You know, we're going to show the scene, and so yeah, there's a scene where a shirtless, muscular man picks up a man in a tuxedo and spins him around in kind of like a wrestling move. And there's a shot that you're already past where you can see the shirtless man more prominently than the non-shirtless man. And I photoshopped your face onto it, and I made it the thumbnail for the stream. And I just thought it was funny. Yeah. And YouTube and Blue Sky apparently thought it was gay sex.
Did you know what you had done?
No, I legitimately did not think of that.
First up, I'm completely flattered that everyone thought it was a Kyle thumbnail. Thank you so much.
Nope, this is all me. This is all me. I clearly am spending too much time with Kyle, but yeah, no, it's all me.
But second of all, like completely innocent, because I saw that thumbnail and I went, oh, sick, it's that scene where he spun the guy. That's great. That's funny as hell. I'm glad this is a thumbnail. I did not see what clearly YouTube, robots, the algorithm, and the audience saw that day. And I want you to all know that you're disgusting. How dare you?
Yeah.
But you could totally see it when it's pointed out to you.
Listen, in retrospect, I don't even want to show the thumbnail.
No, we're not.
It sucks because it would really, really drive the point home. In retrospect, looking at the thumbnail, which you can still see on Twitter. Twitter didn't block.
Yeah, that says something.
Twitter is the place where I do still randomly come across nudity that I was not looking for.
Completely accidental.
But there's a big difference between nudity you're looking for and nudity you're not looking for. So that doesn't surprise me too much. But yeah, Blue Sky called it sexually explicit. YouTube, I didn't know they could do this. And I honestly, YouTube's credit. We've been a little hard on YouTube lately. I'm gonna compliment YouTube. They didn't ban the whole damn stream. They just removed the thumbnail.
That was it.
So they actually decided that just the thumbnail was the objectionable material. And even in the wording of the letter that we got, they said, listen, in their actual own wording, they said, this might be totally fine in the context of the actual content itself, of what's on your stream. But in the context of the thumbnail, it goes a little too far. And dude, when I first saw it, I was like, this is so freaking stupid. And then I pulled up the thumbnail and I looked at it and I go, no, they're totally right.
Once you're
totally right.
Once you're informed of what others are seeing with his hands folded back behind his head, what appears to be a squatting motion, which is actually a wrestling move, you could see how this was misconstrued.
Yeah, this makes me wonder how many people who maybe upload wrestling content have run afoul of accidentally, maybe erotic,
perhaps.
Yeah, same sex or otherwise.
No, it was extremely reasonable. All it did was just remove the thumbnail, and they suggested we put a new one. Otherwise, it was going to auto take a scene from the stream itself, which was usually in the first hour, which would have been us just sitting there with like limbs in the background or something like that.
Yeah. So you heard it here first. Hildebrand Quest 2 gay for YouTube.
Apparently, well, certain scenes when taken out of context. Yeah. That was something.
Yep.
And our audience was on it. But that's all they saw. I'm proud of y'all. Let me be real here. You saw that thumbnail come up in your feed, and you're like, guys. And both Garrett and I are like, oh, yeah, it's a scene. It's just funny, Like I'm spinning Hildebrand.
Pretty much, like we're making so many thumbnails right now. We're streaming daily because of the Patreon thumb. The amount of thumbnails we need to make is truly ridiculous. So with Hildebrand, I'm just trying to find the funniest pose. That's it. I'm just trying to find a really funny pose to put our faces on. And in my defense, our first damn Hildebrand thumbnail is the same dude in his underpants suplexing the other dude, and I put both our faces on it.
Suplexing a guy, yeah.
Yeah. There's another suplex coming. That one was fine, I guess. I guess you can see beyond the shadow of a doubt that at least underwear is on.
Yeah.
In that one. So, sure. I look over at chat. I just see gay icon, Godbert Vanderbilt. Oh, I wish we hadn't just played the quest that confirms he has a wife.
Yeah.
That would be, that's great. That would totally work. That would totally work.
No, that was a completely honest moment.
Exciser says, I'm shocked you're not getting copyright trolled by the obnoxious company that strikes down Realm Reborn all the time. We are. Every single Vanderbilt stream is in fact getting copyrighted trolled. Kyle is fighting every single one of them. Most of them I think have been cleared at this point. The most recent one still has a copyright claim on it.
I probably write 2 of those a week right now, but I've over the last 3 years have learned the wording, how to link to the proper websites. And
our Final Fantasy 3 marathon still has a copyright claim.
Has it been 30 days?
Don't think so. Close.
Oh,
August 28th.
Okay. Yep. So what happens in most cases is the infringer, or usually a cover artist who is trolling. They can either respond and fight for their claim, or they make it sit there for 30 days hoping you give up first. Kind of a blue magic player sort of situation.
Jokes on them.
I can wait.
Stream so much, it's kind of irrelevant.
Yeah, and that goes into escrow. If for background, it goes into escrow, which basically means like hold the ad revenue. We don't know if it's theirs or yours. We're just going to hold on to it, and then if you get cleared, ad revenue.
And it's just for ad revenue. It does not affect YouTube memberships, and it does not affect super chats.
Yeah.
So that's good. And jokes on them. Ad revenue is so shit right now on YouTube. We can wait.
Yep.
We can wait for that.
It's all
good.
Check. But yeah, that was
terrible right
now.
So
new thumbnail was made. There were some compliments on that thumbnail as well. So thank you so much for that. Was a Kyle original. Everyone who supported that thumbnail in the making. It was very topical to what happened in the stream itself. So.
Wonder if it affects premium. That's a good question. Probably. I think they consider premium ad revenue.
Yes.
They will break it down for you. If you go to look at analytics, it will show you. Because if you watch one of our videos with premium, we do get a small chunk of your premium. And I think it even pays better than if you watch an ad.
It does. Yeah, it's kind of a Spotify situation. Like the watches equal a certain amount based on the ads that weren't served to you.
Yeah. Yeah, that is pretty freaking cool. Again, not sponsored, not an endorsement of YouTube Premium. It's just something we both like. So, yeah. Anyways, let's talk about what we've been playing and what we've been watching. In your case, what you've been reading.
Woo!
Choose your character.
I already pretty much scooped myself on Hollow Knight and being extremely lost. So let's talk about the fact that we have all now died, every single one of us in Hardcore WoW.
We died terribly. I died first in Hardcore WoW, and the dominoes valiantly and sacrificially fell from there.
Honorably.
Honorably is the right word.
Kyle died again by complete accident. And for the lulz, we decided to try and finish out No More Gone Without You, which there was just no way in hell.
There's
absolutely no way it was going to happen.
I saw some comments to the effect of, yo, that's the exact mob I would have expected killed you in there.
Yeah, yep. I forgot about the flamethrower, going to be completely honest, because if I had, I would have been like, let's do this in reverse. I'll take the asshole with the flamethrower and you can side tank the rest.
Yeah, you had the big pile of mobs. I had a big flamethrower guy. I grabbed him real quick, and I thought it was a pretty classy move. In hindsight, didn't really work out, but in the moment,
didn't plan it ahead of time.
Yeah, in the moment of engagement, turning into a bear there and helping out seemed like the right call.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him. I've lost so much gold on my hardcore server
I'm sad.
in the last 2 weeks.
I'm sad to see him go. I really enjoyed the Nambulance, the cat druid hybrid support man.
If you ever want to just scratch the hardcore itch at any point, it takes no convincing for me. I love playing hardcore WoW.
There was
so if you want to like tickle a hardcore horde fancy, you just say when.
Oh, I'm thoroughly tickled. I'm tickled out. I am ready for a rest. That was a pretty big loss, but also an extremely rewarding journey. I enjoyed it immensely. There was people in kind of the moment of death of like being like, see, that's why I would never play this. And it's like, dude, when you play D&D with your friends and the group falls apart, and you never defeat the final bad guy. Was that time wasted? Like, no, it was meaningful.
Yeah, I completely understand that mindset, though. I have played much more WoW without permadeath than I have with. And at the launch of the game, if it was permadeath or nothing, I probably would have never picked that game up. So I totally get it.
Yeah,
totally get it. So I think we all died around level 28 in Nomergon, because we continued on to the level 33 elites, which would have been hitting us with crushing blows.
Yep. Yeah. There's a good chance we all would have died to that final boss too in that old dungeon. Looks like he was also. I don't think we would have made it past the dwarves that we did eventually. That's what killed the rest of us when we tried to continue on as a 4-man. Yeah.
I don't think we would have made it through the dwarves.
I think I got 2 empowering lasers on this guy. I went through the math and he was resisting most of my debuffs. I got a crit heal on my potion I chugged. Like, I walked away very satisfied that I had done close to all I could in these final moments.
Yeah. And I want to be clear, like, this is not how you should play hardcore. If this is the only hardcore content you have seen, this is a show. Like, we're here with our friends, and this was a challenge we took on together. And we've been joking the whole time that if one of us dies, we're just going to go for it for the lulz. In real life, one of you dies, you're just like, well, that was crazy, man. And you leave the dungeon and you do not continue.
Yeah, Blitz has.
Or actually in real life, you turn the corner, you see level 30 elites when you're like 27, 28, and you go, guys, I think we're not high enough. We should probably come back later.
I like what Blitz says here. For me, hardcore play usually comes down to, was the death fair? And if it feels like no more than often yes, I won't enjoy. Yeah, this was a completely fair death. And it was much better than a random enemy kited my way, something spawning on top of me, an elite I didn't see. It was extremely rewarding. I will miss an ambulance, but I'm happy for his journey to be complete.
Yeah, it was really fun, really special. One of my favorite things we did this year. I love it. I want to hang out more with that whole crew. Joe, Cena, Girl DM are so freaking fun. Yeah. It's the most fun I had. I think it's some of my worst performance. I just forgot to talk for hours at a time because everyone was just so much fun to.
It was chill. Yeah, with that many voices in the room too, it can be hard to give way without a turn order.
Yeah. Absolutely. Have you played anything else besides hardcore, or is that kind of it?
No, well, as you know, I'm playing
obviously Expedition 33.
Expedition 33 for about 2 hours before each stream to spec and handle inventory kind of concerns.
I brute forced my first boss in Expedition 33 on my solo save.
Oh, one of the bonus ones? Nice.
I went to a side boss because there's an overworld in Expedition 33 if you're not playing it. Out where we fought that big boss in the water that instantly owned us.
Sure.
There's another little island a little further out to the west that you and I did not find. And there's a night where Katie was like, "Oh, I want to continue tonight," and then she went to go shower. I'm like, "Cool, I'm gonna jump on early and get a bunch of side shit done," because the characters I have with you are so much more leveled up, geared, spec'd correctly. I'm way behind on my solo save because we're mostly. Whoa, what was that?
Oh, that only played for you because we still have that stream going. Let me close that.
Oh, well, it also plays for the audio podcast then.
Oh, sorry about that, everybody. that was me preparing Dandadan for the next conversation.
Oh my word, jump scare. Anyway, yeah. So there's a purple gestural optional boss just out in the overworld. Hits like an absolute truck for the level that I am in my solo save. And I just sat there for 30 minutes learning the parry timing, and I just brute force that sucker.
Yep. Sometimes in your own personal home, it could be a lot of fun to take that on. Fun. No, I was going to finish Mistborn Book 2. It's a trilogy, Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. Did I say that name correctly? Sanderson. We'll just go with that. Delightful. It just sucks. It sucks so much talking publicly about books because it's like, hey, you got 100 hours. Cool. Anything could be a spoiler for a 100-hour journey. But it was a delight. I had an amazing time with it, and I look forward to getting to Way of Kings after book 3. So all my spare time right now is going into just powering through the Mistborn trilogy. But I did finish Dandadan season 2.
Oh, I wish you had warned me. I would have.
Did you not finish it out?
Both talk about it. No, I haven't finished
Oh,
it.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
Then
I didn't.
Then I won't.
Realize. No, I finished Evangelion, which we're going to talk about.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that Friday.
Oh, shit. Man, we are so strapped for time, but I want to talk to you. I want to do a spoiler talk about Dandadan.
Okay. All right. Well, let me know. Just let me know. We'll make it a thing.
Say when? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, say when. We'll do it.
Okay.
We'll talk about Dandadan.
Shit. Yeah, because I really like Dandadan. I'm fine knowing this. Does it have a satisfying ending, or does it stop in the middle of a goddamn scene and I'm going to have to be angry?
It does not end in the middle of a scene, no.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Awesome.
But it is 500% ongoing.
That's fine. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
No, it literally stopping season 1 in the middle of a scene was sinful.
Yeah.
It's just the worst.
There's a little bit of a wait. Otherwise, I've been watching King of the Hill on Hulu because they have the new season out.
Oh, King of the Hill is great, man. Oh, you're watching the new season?
Yeah.
How is it?
It's pretty good, dude. Okay.
King of the Hill has so much heart, man. Like that is such a wholesome show.
Let me do something completely out of left field for you, but I know a lot of people have tried to sell you on JoJo Bizarre Adventure for a long time.
I'm totally into watching JoJo, by the way. It is really just a time thing, and it's like I am interested in watching it. I'm just not as interested as other things that are higher in the queue.
King of the Hill is a JoJo Bizarre Adventure, and it satisfies the exact same need that you have.
Okay.
There is an asshole, and eventually they get told off in a funny way. That's King of the Hill. And that's what's so satisfying is he'll get in these scenarios where he looks like he's a bad person. He looks like he's a simpleton. But in the end, he's just, no, I just hated the way you cook the meat. You know, like that joy of seeing him constantly pushed into corners. And then it's actually just because he was an amazing person on the other side. Loved it. And the new season, it held on to the heart.
It's more. How is Bobby being an adult? Because that's what seems the most. That seems the most compelling to me. I love Bobby. It's just such a a realized kid that at the time I originally watched King of the Hill, I just really never seen a kid written that way.
Yeah, no, Bobby as a child, I wasn't particularly interested in, but I was also very Bobby adjacent. You know, the
Same. He's a soft kid.
Yes, he's an extremely soft kid, and he's extremely imaginative and playful and in touch with his feelings. And so all the scenes about like Hank understanding his son a little more, I was just like, I already do. Moving on to please stop making me see myself. Put down the mirror. I'm done. I don't need this.
I think it's a major difference between you and me. I get more bought in when I see myself in media, and I feel like you recoil, and I wonder why.
I probably a deep psychological reason.
This also might be deeply psychological, but I do feel like on average I dislike myself more than you dislike yourself.
But I associate myself more with monster characters we meet, and very rarely am I personified as a functional adult. So maybe that has something to do with it.
Okay. All right.
Like they don't make a lot of movies about me. I'm great side characters, but rarely am I in the driver's seat. At any rate, Bobby.
Listen, everybody's favorite character is Jack Sparrow. It's not your fault that the movies got bad when he became the main character.
Yeah, exactly, right? So maybe I don't even want movies about me. At any rate, Bobby being an adult is really solid. It still has a ton of heart. The jokes are crisp and sweet. You get over the animation change very quickly. It's, very much digital nowadays. And there's kind of this moment where you're like, oh, it's like a flash. Oh, everything looks wrong. But they embrace the aging voice, except for King of the Hill. Like he sounds just like freaking himself. Like
Hank?
Yeah, Hank hasn't aged a day. But
they were trying to make him sound older.
Yeah, that could be it, right?
Back when they were doing his voice, and now they actually are older. So I think it totally works.
Yeah. No, it's really solid.
Wow, that got real suddenly. Welcome to Grinding Gear. That's what we do here.
Fantasy mirror to real life. Sometimes these things happen.
Yeah. It's what being a functioning adult is all about. Sometimes you got to get introspective, realize your faults, smile in spite of them, and move on.
But if you enjoy the moment where Hank Hill throws down, usually towards the end of each episode during a frustrating situation, and shows what an amazing person he is, that's the joy of JoJo. Watching an extremely annoying person get completely owned the second the music starts playing. Just because they turned French fries into demons on every third Tuesday of the month, and that's their power, doesn't mean it's not very satisfying to watch them get punched in the gut 20 times.
Speaking of feeling satisfied while someone gets punched in the gut 20 times, I watched the new Superman. It's on streaming now, so I missed it for what felt like the 3 days it was in the theaters for.
You watched it on HBO, right? Yeah.
HBO owns Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers owns DC. Or Warner Brothers owns HBO and DC. And so all the Warner Brothers shit is on HBO. And so is all the DC stuff. There you go, Kyle. There it is. I was surprised how much I liked this.
I don't think it trailers well at all.
I don't think so either. I will say, after having seen it, the trailer's really honest. It is campy as shit. It is just like Superman and all his wacky friends being wacky together. And it's a James Gunn movie, so of course one of his friends is a total asshole. And that's Guy Gardner, which Guy Gardner is an asshole. He is the biggest dick of the Green Lanterns. So it works. It was really good. We talked a little bit about it on stream, like just randomly. And I struggle with, I don't like this. I didn't love the Lex Luthor. So it's like, it was not a flawless movie. Katie was like picking my brain because she knows I'm a James Gunn fan. She was like, all right, what'd you think? I was like, this is a mixed bag. Cause I think it might be the most I've ever liked a Superman movie, but I think it's my least favorite James Gunn superhero movie. I think both things are true. I think it's like my favorite Superman movie. I think I still prefer pretty much any other superhero thing that James Gunn has done. So the internet's broken my brain, man. I rank everything.
Ew, he has a bizarre resume.
James Gunn?
Yes, from Scooby-Doo to Slither.
Yeah.
Guardians of the
James Gunn.
Galaxy.
He also, if you're familiar with the game Lollipop Chainsaw, that was his game.
What?
So he also has a game development resume.
He's doing Clayface. There's no way he's gonna do it right. In my opinion,
I disagree.
There's
Because
no
he's
way.
done horror, and Clayface should be horror.
Coyote versus Acme. They're making a Coyote movie. Oh my god.
No, are you not aware of that whole thing?
No.
That was finished and canceled for the tax write-off. And it was a big drama.
No. Was it?
It's finally coming out. Someone else bought it up and is putting it out.
Oh, because I see the poster here. It says unreleased, and so,
It had finally ended up somewhere, and will be getting a release. But his most relevant stuff to making a Superman movie is he made all 3 Guardians of the Galaxy's movies, and he made what I think is the good Suicide Squad movie, which is the 2021 one, the one that doesn't have Will Smith in it. And Peacemaker, which is probably my favorite superhero thing right now. I really like Peacemaker. But you haven't watched that. That's a series, not a movie.
Yeah, no, I'm also guilty of just my ears aren't working right now as I read about the 30 million tax loss poll they did. This was 2023, right? Yep, this was 2023. that tracks. 2023.
Yeah.
2023, we love doing this shit.
You've heard
it happened all the time.
I'm sure you've at least tripped and fallen over one of the many stories about people thinking that the CEO of Warner Brothers, David Zaslav, is like a soulless nightmare person.
No, I'm not familiar with that at all. But
okay. Well, he was behind the shelving of a finished movie for the tax write-off. And anyway,
I just remember throughout, like from 2020 to 2023, there was a bunch of different products. I kept saying, "Wait, that's the plot of The Producers." What the
difference is they actually released The Producers.
They did. They actually, and then it ended up being beloved, and they got in more trouble because they didn't expect to make a decent show in the first place. But
yeah. So anyway, it's good. I struggle with Superman. You know, I have my comics that I enjoy. I'm a huge Kingdom Come fan because it's like so biblical. And the size of the threat is big enough that it feels like you can just throw Superman at it. When it comes to movies, it's like, you gotta find something more personal. You gotta find a personal battle for him. And I've just never really cared for any of the live action Superman stuff. I didn't grow up with Christopher Reeve, so by the time I tried to go back to it, I don't think it holds up. Man of Steel, I like Cavill. I liked finally having a buff Superman. That was nice. But I just never really cared for it. So I really like the Superman. I was completely unfamiliar with David Cornsweet, the actor they cast to be Superman. I think he's freaking perfect for the role. He's really good. Amazing chemistry with the actor they got to play Lois Lane. I'm not familiar with Rachel Brosnahan. I'm not familiar with either of these actors.
Wow, he looks remarkably unlike himself with a bit of stubble.
His Clark Kent really worked for me.
Yeah.
I was like, I wouldn't put that together either. Movie, well done.
Oh my god, this is kind of weird. This might be, this might be one of the first Superman where I'm like, I don't think I'd pick him out.
Yeah. Anyway, there are little things that bothered me, but I was still able to like kind of put it away and enjoy the ride. It's I'm gonna watch it again. I really like this movie. I will watch it more than once, which these days is about as high of a compliment as I can give a superhero movie. It was solid. It's an inherently campy movie. Lex Luthor's really campy, but I prefer my like conniving gentleman Lex Luthor. This was like spitting in rage Lex Luthor, and I didn't really care.
That's what I saw. I kind of picked up from the various clips and trailers I've seen. Is he's very much a more foaming at the mouth CEO type.
Yeah, that's definitely the direction they take it.
Frankly, you got plenty of options to pick one, but a little bit more mastermind in there. LOL.
Yeah. I can totally like it's a
laugh.
valid take, and Superman, like, dude, it's like Batman to me or the Ninja Turtles. Like, all takes are valid. These are characters that have existed so long. They've been reinterpreted throughout so many different forms that you can go that way. I just have the ones I prefer. Like, I don't take issue with it because I think it's wrong. I just take issue with it because it's like, it's just not what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Plus, I like Nicholas Hoult, and I think he's capable of more nuance, and there was no nuance in this performance at all. So that was like the biggest irksome thing for me. But other than that, I was like, damn, I like a Superman movie. This is a new feeling for me.
It's a new era. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we both watched the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer because we're getting a Mandalorian movie that for some reason is titled The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Well, that's what's selling it, you know. You gotta.
Oh man, that is the most like not Star Wars title for a Star Wars movie you possibly could have come up with.
You could have named it something more confusing. So why not? It's in theaters. A lot of people just go to the theaters, man, and look at the little list up top and the picture that's about 5x4. You know, there's not.
Yeah, if you're a retiree,
but
is that who they're advertising to?
A lot of people still do that, man. Like my cousin, like that's his weekend. He goes out, pulls up to the theater, not sure what he's gonna watch, sits down for 2 hours.
Yeah,
you know what I'm confused. It's like, why was Planet of the Apes? Like we could have done.
Not the only people who go to see movies.
The story of Caesar should not have been confined by the limitations of Planet of the Apes. That was a good ass movie. But it sold better because it was a Planet of the Apes film.
Sure.
After watching this, I'm not terribly sold on a need to go see.
I did not think it was a particularly great trailer, and I love The Mandalorian. But yeah, this was this felt like engineered in a lab for TikTok clips, and I did not care for it.
Yeah, you got to see all the cute parts, you know. Which, you know, I love movies like Hercules that has like a nonstop quip a minute, but it felt weird in this environment based on what I loved from original season.
Yeah,
puppets are great though.
Yeah. Like I said while we were watching it, it's just like, it doesn't matter what I think because I'm going to see the movie anyway. Like, I'm going to go. They'll be theirs with lightsaber in hand. Let's go. Another Star Wars. Give me my Fell for It Again award. Let's go. So yeah. I was not expecting you to show up and be like, I watched King of the Hill. Hot damn.
Yeah, man.
I would get into Evangelion, but we are doing a full-on spoiler podcast live this Friday. Join us for it. Let's take a question before we wrap this up.
Excellent.
Hello there.
You can drop a message in the Ask the Host channel. That you get access to that if you support us anywhere at all. YouTube, Patreon, Twitch.tv. If you give us a membership, a sub, a patronage, you get access to that members lounge, and the Ask the Host channel is right in there. Drop us a question in there. Crit degree, yes. If you will forgive the Play My JRPG question. Did either of you happen to catch the Dragon Quest 5, 6, 7 reimagined announcement during last week's Direct? Do you have any thoughts on it or the upcoming 1 and 2 remake? Perhaps more broadly, looking at these two games, what's your preferred style of remake, graphically or gameplay wise? Not really. We looked into a Dragon Quest 1 briefly, and the existing remake really put us off. The art looked. We both in unison kind of recoiled.
We're talking about one where they went in and added an interpretation of the art on top of the original art, and it was not for me. I need to figure out if my computer's chugging or if this has a frame rate on it. I'm watching the trailer right now. No, I think it's just kind of doing an animation thing. It's a little jerky.
Yeah, typically, I don't have a hard and fast rule for how I like remakes to be interpreted or reinterpreted visually speaking. Like, I like whoever's working on it to be passionate, and I want that passionate to shine through. Like that's really That's really all I want. I will say after playing Pixel Remasters that I would probably be more instantly interested if they were just like, hey, we took 1 and 2 and we made it look fully 16-bit. That'd be cool. But I like 2.5D. I guess this is just fully 3D with a nice like a locked camera, but it still got that old school charm. So yeah, this is the 1 and 2 HD 2D remake is the official title.
Okay, so this was
right around the corner.
This is a different remake of.
It's not the one you and I looked into when we were like, should we just like shotgun Dragon Quest 1 real fast, like as fast as we can, just to get the experience? And then there's some other like half-step remake where they tried to like draw the pixel art, and I don't care for it.
Oh, this is kind of cute. The way they sort of it reminds me a lot of the Zelda game they made.
Oh, this is full. This is proper like 2.5D.
Yeah. And what was Zelda's Quest? That one where she could summon 3 beds on top of each other.
Oh, we have that. We still haven't played it.
I do like the look of this.
I like the look of this quite a bit.
I do like when this is a good combination of the various graphics. I'm gonna be completely honest here. I had my opinion made for me a long time ago about Dragon Quest, and I never gave it the time of day, and that's on me for absorbing a rather hateful opinion and never looking at it myself. So I don't know anything.
You want to drag someone for their hateful opinion?
No, it was just like I had a friend and I had a collection of other internet individuals who were very much like, oh, it was during the 10 release. There was a lot of hate being thrown at the game, and many people jumped on board with that, including some people in my friend group. And so I've never given Dragon Quest on a shake. I did I think it was on Xbox Live. A long time ago. I tried 10 and it was setting up for you are the chosen one, go to the top of the tower and save a princess, and I didn't need any of that right now. Sometimes I'm so into that. Sometimes I'm just like, thank you, please, back to basics. I don't need metaphysical questions. But at the time I was playing Final Fantasy XIV, which was getting pretty heady, so I was not in a simple adventure mindset to take it on.
That tracks. These look cool. This does a lot more to endear me to the thought of playing through Dragon Quest 1 than whatever the previous remake was, because just did not care for how it looked. And I like old games, but that mostly stands for 16-bit. I don't love revisiting a lot of 8-bit games. 16-bit games, I think there's a lot of them, particularly the good ones, like they just freaking hold up, and I think it's a timeless art style. Revisiting 8-bit so often, I just kind of go, I just wish I was playing the sequel on the next console because they learned a lot of lessons, added a lot of systems, and the art's better. So I do generally find 8-bit games a lot more difficult to return to, although I did really enjoy Final Fantasy 1 and 2. And 3 wasn't like pulling teeth, but it's definitely my least favorite of the 3. So, but again, it's like I really like the pixel remasters because I like that 16-bit look. So I'll have to look into this. As for the Dragon Quest 6 reimagined, no, I didn't catch any of that.
Well, not on my radar, but I really actually like the look of this 1 and 2. So yeah,
it looks really charming.
It looks like a really good handheld thing. Is it Switch exclusive though?
We can stream from Switch. That's not too hard.
Now I'm on a different kick where I'm like, was Undertale 8 or 16-bit? But I gave a little Googling here, and
Undertale is a modern game, so it's technically none.
It's neither. A 16-bit inspired game for sound and art aesthetic, but in a technical sense, it is a modern 32-bit game.
Yes. It's a pixel art game. Yeah, I never played Undertale. That was the one where we learned that Joe Cat did a playthrough where he intentionally trolled the entire audience.
Yes, he did say that. I keep meaning to look up that VOD because I think it would be hilarious. I would love to watch you play Undertale. I do not know anything about the audience. I need to do some research into what sort of defense I should muster on your behalf. But from sitting here right now, I fully believe that I could poo-poo anybody who tells otherwise. It was a delightful, delightful game.
It sounds horrific, and this is a me thing, y'all. This is not a judgment of the game. I don't like the way it looks. I've looked at it many times, and I was just like, ooh, I don't think I want to stare at this for hours.
I think you get over it real fast. Like, it is, it is real cute. The second you just get in your first combat, you'll be like, oh, it never mattered in the first place.
Gotcha. Never mattered in the first. Okay. Well, now I'm intrigued.
It was just a vessel for whatever the hell this is. Let's go.
Okay. Because I've heard Undertale fans, I've heard nothing good about what it's like to play your game publicly.
BioShock, right? Did you beat BioShock?
Yes. I beat BioShock.
Okay,
within a week of it originally coming out.
Yeah, well,
I was there during the initial zeitgeist of holy shit, this is blowing our minds.
Yeah, I wonder if like BioShock, clearly not the popping off stream fiesta, but let's say it was one of the most popular games to stream in the world.
Yeah, streaming did not exist at the time, but yes, go ahead.
What would the audience be like if you sacrificed your first doll girl to get more mana?
Insufferable.
Right? Exactly. And I think that's the Undertale threat. Is that it's not that it's presenting necessarily interesting psychological gotcha situations to the streamer. It's just that your ability to get the wrong ending in someone's eyes is decided extremely early in your journey.
Well, okay. I feel like I already know the answer to this. I've never watched a Mass Effect stream. Are people awful about backseating Mass Effect streams?
I bet they have a lot of opinions on Ashley. Yes,
because you don't choose the right waifu.
I mean, chat brings up a "would you kindly." The "would you kindly" hinting would be, it'd be a bit much.
I mean, welcome to Shadowbringers. It was constant, never ending, and eventually it became a white noise, like walking outside and forgetting there's cicadas. Like, eventually I stopped paying attention to the welcome to Shadowbringers. It was fine. I could get past that at a certain point.
So I think that's interesting. I don't know if that would just happen in Mass Effect because of the party system. And I don't know this is a fact, if something like Expedition 33 has a forced sacrifice a party member moment, that would be extremely tragic and hard for an audience because every party member is with you for the entire journey. When it comes to old BioWare games, that's just raw content. And if you're like, I'm doing an Ashley run, you're not a terrible person who agrees with her ethics. You're curious what content there is when you bring Ashley along and to see the journey of that character.
Did we all get a little more? Did we get better about reading comprehension, or are we all just weak for bangs? Because why does everyone accuse you of being a horrible person if you party with Ashley in Mass Effect, but we're all totally fine with Shadowheart?
Well, I do think we're weak for bangs, yes.
Okay.
In general, Y2K fashion is something our generation is very into. You know, whether that's a spiked belt or...
That is extremely back right now for the young folk as well. I don't know if you've been to a mall recently, Kyle, but it is wild.
Yeah.
I'm just like, why do the kids look like me when I was a kid?
So I think there's an element of it with the bangs and midriffs and all that.
Okay.
But I can't speak to Shadowheart. I don't know what happens there. I did never beat Act 3.
Is everyone just weak for bangs?
Could be.
Nobody's been to a mall recently. You have outed yourself as not living in Florida. Florida is still mall country. was packed the other day. My God.
But yes, there are also like just interesting psychological games that are suggested to streamers to like give them a purity test or get them in situations where they have to talk themselves out.
Well, we ran it out a ton of times in Final Fantasy 14. A game with 0 options.
Yeah.
No choices to make.
Yep.
They give you the illusion of choice sometimes in dialogue, and then it makes no discernible difference in the actual overarching story.
So I would have to do serious research, but like playing Undertale Christmas 2018, I think is when I played it. One of my favorite experiences I ever had.
Okay. Everyone hates on Ashley, but we all want Asterion. The internet is bad. And what are you saying that Ashley is in the right and Asterion is in the wrong? I think they both have questionable worldviews. I think they both have questionable worldviews.
You're also dealing with a vampire man whose evil is rather apparent. So
it's very apparent. And talking about evil through the lens of a vampire is also just difficult because it's like, what would you do if you would just die?
Yeah.
Like if you didn't drink blood.
And you're put in a situation where you suddenly have freedom and can get vengeance. Like that's where we get into a very interesting psychological question. And that's where vampires shine.
Yes,
LOL.
But it's
sometimes.
How dare you invoke Twilight once in one property. One property. Freaking Twilight. I still have a little like teenage boy spitfire in me for shiny, twinkling freaking vampires. How dare they?
I had fun with my time in Twilight. I think it's a perfectly fun vessel. I know that
it gave us Robert Pattinson. I'm so glad that he wanted to scorched earth that reputation so bad that he went on to make shit that's actually interesting.
How could he?
I'm so here for modern day Robert Pattinson that I thank Twilight for existing. Yeah. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Watch the Batman. That brings us to the end of this edition of the Grind and Gear podcast. Huge shout out to our badass patrons for supporting us on Patreon. You can support everything Kyle and I do and are making together by going over to supportourbromance.com. It is, again, our Patreon-a-thon. We are very close to doing a pool stream. And I don't mean playing pool. I mean, we'll stream from a actual swimming pool. Take your questions, probably play some drinking games. Just general outdoor debaucherous behavior.
With a little, Q&A action.
I'm like, you need to finish that sentence, Kyle.
Oh, well, and also a great chance to, test remote hardware and stuff like that. But that's just me metagaming all the time.
Oh, that is not how we're doing it because of that it's a dead zone out there. Everything will be hardwired. Which
that's even so. Like that's new cords, cables. They all need tested, man. It's all meta at the end of the day.
Okay, all right. Anyway, we'd like to thank our recent patrons, of which they are legion. Why don't you start today, Kyle?
With Imarashi, I'd be happy to.
Thank you, Imarashi. Also, thank you to NoFXer 2K.
Fortnite, spelled like the time of day.
Berto C. Appreciate you.
Myun? I will speak with confidence.
Frank P.
Purple Wreck.
Ashira M.
JG Giant.
Did you try to say that like JG Wentworth?
No, I think that I was doing more of a
we are
farmers. Yeah.
I wish ye. Thank you for becoming a patron.
Thanon.
Walrus 10.
John B.
Jackie.
D3L1.
Delhi and Leadspeak?
Oh, could be Delhi.
Now I want a sandwich.
Kind of strapped for D's, I guess. Yeah. 0.
Strapped for D's.
Strapped for D's.
Strapped for D's nuts. Snackle, thank you for becoming a patron. Appreciate you.
Steve.
Just Steve. I like to think it's Minecraft Steve. I like to think that it's
the Steve.
It's the Steve. Oh my goodness. Vexhard, appreciate you.
Oh, where I lost my spot. Susanna P.
Mordwill.
Jeffrey C.
Adam C.
Jack S.
David G.
Taylor H.
Catherine L.
Just Bloom.
and Random Red Shirt. We're glad you stayed alive long enough to become a patron.
And thank you all so much for joining us during this Patreon-a-thon. I really, really appreciate y'all.
Yeah, thank you so much. Again, check out supportourbromance.com. We've got a $1 level, and you can also just set it to whatever the heck you want. Get in there with your meme amounts. Appreciate you all. And of course, we've got our legendary level backers. You can see them behind Kyle. He wasn't using a really nice lens. But a huge thanks to Sean B, Cheesy Bob, Lost Mythics, Zervon, Compside, Jelly Potty P, Bloodsy Von, Snuggle Gore of Vane, Shinny Geo, Nicholas C, Jerry T, Sean and Jen, Vernacular Ham, Brom, Basilius, KLG Chaos, Kristen S, and Pins and Needles. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for supporting us. Other than that, we use Doghouse Systems gaming PCs. Head on over to You have been showing some wild stuff on screen today.
It's
throwing me for a loop.
Did you remember when we said we should set up scenes to move easily between the couch setup? Yeah, I did that. Now I'm keep asking on present button. So growing pains.
Okay. All right. We got to work on the clustering, I guess. The clustering. Or you... Doesn't matter. Count on use Doghouse System gaming PCs. Go to doghousesystems.com. Use the code BROMANCE. Get a 1 terabyte NVMe SSD drive for your trouble. You will also support us in the process. That is doghousesystems.com. Code BROMANCE. Let them know we sent you. I'm Garrett Art on Twitter. Kyle is at Kyle Ferguson. You can follow us on the blue site, the previously blue site, any place you can maybe see content as long as it's not considered sexually explicit.
By complete accident.
By complete accident. Until next time. GG.
Take care.
Which this week stands for Gay Icon Godbert.
Is gay icon one word?
It is for my convenience.
GG.
Why are you growing bread? That's not how. Who's growing bread?
Who's growing bread?
We're growing bread.
What?
There's bread?
Are we getting that bread?
I love bread.
Bread's pretty good. I'm on a no bread diet right now, but you know, it's going to be okay. It'll be over soon.
No amount of health benefit is worth not eating bread.
It's about vacuum sealing all the sweet gains I did over the last 9 months. So I can take pictures, have a beach day with my wife, and then start eating bread again. That's all it is.
That's why I'm not married to your way.
Yeah, that's why you're not married. That's not the many happenstances it would take for the astral alignment that would have been you meeting her in a different lifetime.
Yep, that would have been a deal breaker.
That was the deal breaker.
Like, nope, I'm out of here.
I was like, Garrett, this is my lovely wife. And she's like, hi, I hate bread. And he's like, couldn't have happened.
Didn't miss out. Because that's how it works. That's how life works. I choose my partners based only on what I think the chances are that they will ever ask me to not eat
on
bread.
Their assessment of gluten.
Yeah, no, that is it. As someone who really loves meat, I think it would be easier to not eat meat than not eat bread for me.
No, but you can still have rice, so that helps a lot.
I like rice. It is not a substitute for bread. Not even close.
I probably have rice like at least 4 days a week. I go through a lot of rice.
I eat a decent amount of rice as well. Yeah. Rice greater than bread.
I think so, but
that's a tough one. I really like a good fried rice. Non-fried rice is like fine. I'm not passionate about non-fried rice.
Yeah, no, I think I'd just rather have rice. It's so convenient. It gets the sauce on it. Making a sandwich is a lot of work.
I'm really no, it isn't. That's a wow. Yeah. No, you sent me with that one.
Well, you're thinking
making a sandwich is a lot of work.
You're thinking of a deli sandwich, because by the time I cook the meat that would go on a sandwich, I'd rather have it on rice. But I haven't.
Why are you cooking meat for a sandwich?
Well, okay. First up, I forgot that deli meat existed because my wife was pregnant for 3 straight years. So I don't think about it anymore.
No bread, no deli meat. All right. I'm never having kids.
It was off the table. It's dangerous. It's, that's what they say is she can't eat deli meat. So
permission to be ignorant for hopefully funny reasons.
okay, what?
This is the point. This is the line where I go, I'm pretty sure plenty of babies were born for a really long time with deli meat involved.
Maybe, right? But the idea is that, you know, you have to like microwave it or cook it enough, and that's just not the point of deli meat. And you just go,
Well, yeah, I'm with you
F
there.
this
I
deli
do
meat.
like a hot.
oh, but we're not talking toasted. Like you need to like,
a hot hoagie is an okay thing.
you need to take the ham and make it weird levels of it's cooked. Like you can't have sushi. You know,
Now that I know, yeah, that's not I'm not that ignorant to the needs
to
of
the plight
pregnancy.
of pregnant women.
No, I know about the whole like you got a cat, yeah. You guess whose job it is to scoop the cat litter
all
until
those
this is
kind of
all said and
things,
done.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not that very. I'm listen. I know I'm ignorant. I'm not that ignorant.
Yeah, to be very honest, we've completely forgotten that deli meat existed in this house.
It's one of my favorite freaking things. This is a good deli sandwich. So yeah, that makes sense now. Never mind. For you,
Yes.
making a sandwich is a lot of work.
Right, because then I'm basically making banh mi, and I do like the
Banh mi's really good though.
I really like Vietnamese sandwiches, yeah, but
Yeah, Vietnamese sandwiches are freaking all right.
because then you've got like the cheapest bread on the planet, and it's a-okay.
Yeah, there's a spot right around the corner that does banh mi too, and it's like one of the only places you can still get like a $4 sandwich. I get those banh mi's more than I want to admit. There's just not a lot of places you can get dinner for two for under $10 for takeout that doesn't make you feel completely awful afterwards.
No, we were doing sushi as like you don't like it, kids. So you guys can have the mac and cheese, and we'll have the sushi.
Well, Chris and I don't talk food a lot, but she really likes sushi, right?
Yeah, we love sushi.
I have to imagine being off sushi for as long as she was, like, it had to be a challenge.
You could do, there were cooked things that you could get, on the side with the cooked shrimps or whatnot, but it wasn't the same. And I'm a big sashimi person. I love sashimi.
Yeah, same. I like rolls too, but still, man, I want to go to the all-you-can-eat place with you guys. So freaking bad.
We're looking forward to that. But yeah, the kids love sushi now. When I did the other week when there was a dad lunch, like dads could come in for lunch kind of thing. I brought sushi, and we had sushi in the classroom.
Oh, nice. I never thought about that. Oh no, what if my youngins like the more expensive than the average dinner thing?
Yeah. You have to be careful what you expose them to, so they don't just eat out of house and home, as my dad would say.
Grinding your food show when? I feel like it's just a matter of time. At a certain point, I think you make YouTube videos long enough that eventually you're just like, and today we're revealing food.
Yeah, honestly, we're at this point we're actively rejecting the pipeline that is two hosts have to eat things on camera. Because
we've been compared to Good Mythical Morning too much to
a few
feel
times
like we can do that.
There's plenty.
That's not how they started, though.
Yeah,
they clearly just kind of ended up going down that road because it was hilarious.
Well, I did see that they played Mario the other day, so hey, they did something.
They did?
If anything, they copied us by playing Mario.
Oh, I didn't see that. I watch a decent amount of GMM these days. Katie really likes Rhett and Link.
Yeah, they played Mario Kart 2 days ago.
It's on a decent amount. So, and if anyone's having like an aha moment right now, they're like, I knew your new table setup looks like GMM. We spent like a month trying everything but the table setup.
Yeah, we really did.
Because I was being such an asshole about it.
Well,
I was like, I refuse. We're not doing the table. I refuse to do the table. If we do the table, we're going to be compared to Rhett and Link, and I don't want that.
Well, here you can see their There, check out. They even put a wood frame behind it, so they kept it on brand. But they are playing Mario.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
When the hell was this?
2 days ago.
Watch this.
2 days ago.
I really like Red and Link. I would watch them read the phone book. Good guys. Good freaking guy. The thought occurred to me the other day that we should lean into it and we should send them a submission. Or then now it's time to spin the wheel of mythicality, and we should just try and look as much like them as we can, just as a gag. And then see if they end up putting it on their show.
It could happen.
hopefully Katie didn't hear me right now because I think the particularly funniest way for this to ever go off is for her to see that without knowing we did it.
Keep it secret.
Yeah, I think that would be really, really amusing. Sorry, I'm just going back here.
Yeah, we had some supers here too to get to.
That's what I'm looking for right now. Yeah, I'm trying to see where we left off.
Mando theme song so good.
All right, here we go. Kotar is super. That did not realize I'm a couple minutes behind. Oops, I'm particularly excited for the Lego Game Boy coming out in a couple of weeks, and just built the Sega Genesis controller a couple nights ago. The Lego Game Boy looks really cool. I thought it was a functional Game Boy, and then when I learned it wasn't, my interest in getting it.
Oh, that's fair.
Cliff.
Oh yeah.
It's a really good Lego set.
Hey, I can show you all what I'm building with 6-year-old.
Nice. Show and tell. Let's go.
Yeah, a little show and tell. We got
Even though it doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, the sound wave. So we're working our way through this.
Sick.
Yeah, so we done this guy. We were getting through various parts, but that's the dad time on the weekends.
You're making me I'm feeling a massive pang of you don't know how good you have it, kid. I had a really awesome childhood. For the most part, my parents got me like a lot of cool shit that I asked for. The big, cool, expensive Lego sets, that was firmly in the realm of no way. They're too. This is ridiculous. Those are too expensive. We are not getting them.
Yeah, when you know, like, there's so many things like being a gamer parent helps with. Like knowing that it's not just Legos, it's a display item that kind of becomes a part of your personality because the pride you felt that you made that and put it on display, and maybe you even get to play with it depending on how solid it is. But it doesn't help at all with you need to put down your games. That's the saddest part. Yes, I know it's a live game. Yes, I know you can't pause. I told you 10 minutes ago, we got to go. It's called time management and you need it.
You made the decision to play another game.
Yeah. So it
that is on help. You. That is on you. What do you mean? You saw me say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I lost track of time." That was. Oh no, my chickens have come home to roost. Imarashi Super the Mando theme song is still so good. It's exceptional. It is probably second only to the main Star Wars theme for like iconic Star Wars. Well, no, I'm already like, no, because there's also the Imperial theme is not the Star Wars theme. And
no, it's very... Star
Wars is full of good music.
It's amazingly its own thing, and that's what Mando was. That's what made it so fresh.
Yeah. It's freaking good, man. Imarashi also said, 1 month to 3 years already. Time flies. There's a ship that looks very similar to the Razor Crest and Star Citizen, and I fly it for that vibe very often. I have been sent that. Vernacular Ham has sent me that a few times.
Oh, yeah.
Ham is on a never-ending quest to get you and me to try Star Citizen on stream. Which, once I learned that he was a Star Citizen fan, him having like the most rocking place ever in that Dune game
made perfect sense.
It all made sense.
Yeah.
It all made sense. I'm like, whoa, you're okay. Clicked. Clicked.
Star Citizen has a really healthy population when you look at the various numbers across websites. I didn't talk about it on the stream, but I've started playing Path of Exile 2.
Oh, shit. I just installed it.
I just don't have...
Shout out to... I'm not sure if they want a shout out. I was sent a code from a friend.
Yeah, no, I'm
shout out to him.
I'm really enjoying the vibes. I just haven't gotten far enough to really say much about it beyond... I like Diablo 2. This feels like more Diablo 2.
Cool. Yeah, I'm a weirdo. I didn't really grow up with Diablo. I really liked 3. Don't particularly like 4. Have never really given 2 it on a shake. So, but I've heard too many good things about Path of Exile, so I'm curious. So I appreciate the code. And I see you in chat, so thank you. You know who you are. Thank you. Thank you. Patrick C, thanks for the 17 months, said plunge in my Monster Hunter, and I accuse you of gaslighting me, which I stand by.
Impossible.
I didn't see no plunge. Andy has stated that he's going to be playing Warframe soon, so my need for y'all to play a game of my specific wants is sated for now. Okay, cool.
How many party members in a Warframe expedition? Run as fast as you can, butt cheek slapping?
I'm assuming 3, because I think it's similar to Destiny, but actually Warframe predates Destiny, so maybe Destiny's similar to Warframe. 4?
Okay. All right. It would have been real convenient if it was 3 for a hot moment there.
Why would that be convenient?
Because we could just do a crossover with Indy and just team up with him. If he's getting thick into it, we could just show up for a day and play questions and answers.
I mean, bringing a rando with us isn't the end of the world. We'll just poke Jesse. Be like, Jesse, let's play Warframe.
Does he play Warframe?
He'll be like, are there robot butts? And we'll be like, you're not going to believe this.
It's
full of robot butts.
Oh my God.
And he'll be like, okay, I'm in. That's how that conversation will go.
Perfect interpretation.
Oh my God. Florexia said the Final Fantasy collaboration is permanent like the collaboration in World and Behemoth was. You have plenty of time to do it. Yeah, thank God. Because I'm not ready.
Nope.
Not ready at all. Imarachi asks, did we see Kojima also announce FFXIV? I still don't know how to pronounce that. Yeah, we talked a little bit about it on. You've been here the whole time, so you probably saw us talk about it.
Oh, it's either is or fizzent.
Dodge has been trying to get him to play. I listened to a decent amount of Geek Enders. I haven't heard those conversations. I must have dodged them. I like Geek Enders. Good show. Scrambles said, listening during my day off while I get my Artist Alley booth ready for Fan X tomorrow. If you're in Utah, come see me at A806 and bring money. Hell yeah. Get paid, Scrambles. Let's freaking go.
Hell yeah.
I love it. I'm so behind that energy.
Well done.
Well freaking done. Fan X, Salt Lake. Go see Scrambles Death Dealer. Booth A, Alpha 806.
Do they have a... All right, here we go. Artist Alley. I'm looking up a map. See if we can get a map.
Oh, nice.
Nope, wrong button.
Salt Lake Comic and Pop Culture Convention. Oh, it looks like a MegaCon. It's like
yeah. Looks like we
all
got
fandoms.
Alley Row and all that kind of thing.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm seeing pop figures. Oh, no.
Well, you can't. They sell like hotcakes, man.
Do they?
People love you. Dude.
Do they?
Dude, open Twitch right now. Go to the homepage and just look
Why?
Because somebody's going to decide that their personality is their pop figure collection behind them. And there's nothing wrong with that. But
there is. There is actually. Kyle, listen. We've gotten too soft. There are things that are wrong, and liking Funko Pops is one of them.
There's nothing wrong with having a collectible that makes your birthdays easy for the people around you.
Yeah, it's called liquor. It's way better than Funko Pops.
That's expendable. If anything, yeah, you actually chose the perfect because it goes away over time. Whereas my friends have to message me and be like, hey, what book do you already own?
You buy me one tire if you don't want to buy me liquor.
Buy you a tire.
Buy me one tire. I'll send you my size. I learned a new car thing recently, if you care.
Yeah.
My tires are so expensive because I have 19-inch wheels.
Is that weird?
Apparently. If I go down to an 18-inch wheel, my tire cost drops by about $100 per tire.
Okay. Oh.
I never knew that. And it's making me irrationally angry as I try and shop for new tires.
That's an oddity.
Yeah. I'm just like, well, now if I want to fix it, I have to spend extraneous money to get a whole new set of wheels, which is its whole other cup of worm or can of worms. Which means money out the door, and which means, all right, I got to do the math. How much is it for wheels? So, okay, now shave $400 off. How many sets of tires until I recoup the cost? So you're just kind of like screwed. You're just kind of screwed, Kyle.
That sucks.
Yeah. And that's like all Ford puts on their damn. My last Ford had 19-inch wheels too, and I'm just like, why stop? Put 18-inch wheels on your damn Fords. What are we doing? You bastards. Plus, you get a little more meat. You get more sidewall, which does increase the ride quality of the car.
Naturally.
Increases the ride. We were really obsessed with thin tires for a really long time, and they are better for handling significant losses in the comfort of the ride in the car department, however.
That makes sense.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Found more of a happy medium these days. I like some sidewall, personally. I enjoy some sidewall on my tire. Wing Poet! Super, my best friend still gets triggered whenever I mention my kid's age, etc. Lockdown made it worse. Felt they lost 2 years, in their words. 100%.
The time warp, yeah.
100%. Yeah, like our youngest dog, Wicket, was born pretty early 2019. But you know, there's that like whole long period where like they don't have their shots yet, and you can't socialize them. And yeah, right about the time we were like, yeah, we're ready. Let's socialize our dog. COVID hit. Like, it's like, cool. We got an unsocialized dog with the other dog that we tried to socialize and failed. Zelda just hates people. Just can't. We tried with her and failed. And then Wicket just never met other people. They are, now they just like each other, and that's it. Well, Wicket likes you, finally.
Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah.
COVID was nuts, man. And at the same time, I have some really good memories during that time. Life simplified, like got more simple. I saw my family a lot in outdoor only excursions, which meant we went fishing so much that year. We haven't fished that much ever before or since, and I kind of miss it. It was nice. It was relaxing and in a weird way. And probably that relaxation was amped up because of the stress of everything else going on. But
it was an insane time to have a child, for sure.
I bet. Damn, that's wild. I remember you going through that. Going to hospital must have been terrifying. Let's go to the place with sick people.
Oh, well, luckily, yeah.
Time.
A lot of it went digital. And luckily we were over that big hump that I told you all about during one of our previous Extra Life campaigns. So, but yeah, no, it was freaking wild.
Time. Yeah, it's interesting. We've been talking about it recently. Just as we're just like, we've been like just exchanging fun stories, and we're like, a lot of these are from 2020. I guess it wasn't all bad. So weird time. Imarashi, thanks for the super earlier. Shame we'll never get another of Kojima's Zone of the Enders series either. Watch him announce a mecha in a couple of years as well. I love Zone of the Enders. I never played the sequel though. I only played the first one.
I just don't have a touch point for the man, and PT would have been it. No, I was very excited for that. So
I think you and I would have a really good time going through Metal Gear Solid.
I think so. They look really, really fun.
I think there's no chance in hell we guess the finer points of the lore going through it. It seems completely batshit.
Yeah, I don't think you can predict absurdity without knowing kind of the man's brain a little bit. So maybe by the end we could pick up on some of it.
Yeah, but the MGS I played the most is 5. I didn't really grow up playing MGS. I watched a buddy of mine play a lot of 3 because I was out. Same dude who spoiled DMC3 for me, which is why I've never beaten DMC3 myself. He invited me over and just came over and he's just like, hold on, I'm finishing DMC3, and he refused to stop.
Oh, that's friendship right there. That's friendship.
I was like, okay. Feel like you shouldn't have invited a friend over tonight, but all right. I really liked Devil May Cry 3 too, but after that I was just like, I feel like I don't need to beat this. I feel like I saw how it ended. So I should go back at some point because that game's hard as shit. I would like to actually accomplish that myself.
I know we know we're playing a lot of Final Fantasy, so it makes sense. But man, did I miss out on a lot by not having a PlayStation growing up.
Dude, same. I mean, I had a PS2, but I didn't have a PS1. And yeah, that whole thing was. I'm really enjoying the Final Fantasies. I know I had some not so kind words for 3, but it's still fun.
Still agreed.
It's really cool to fill in that part of my history. The comments on 3 are. All right, I know we want to wrap up and post the show. Comments on 3 are sending me a bit, Kyle.
Why is that? What?
I've seen multiple comments now that are like, well, you didn't really play the real one. You know, you played the picture remaster. Like, motherfucker, you're an English speaker. You didn't play the real one either. Like, nobody played the real one if you're in the US.
That's interesting.
If you play the 3D DS version, that's nothing like the original.
Oh yeah, there was definitely some you played the wrong version or the other version fixes.
We've gotten that for all of them, but the one that we've gotten a lot of it for 3. And I'm assuming it's because I didn't just particularly enjoy 3 all that much. So I think the Defenders are coming out more. Anytime I say I don't like something for Final Fantasy, the Defenders come out of the woodwork. Because the series has a lot of fans. But yeah, the 3, and like I'm just like, this is so disingenuous. You didn't play the real Final Fantasy 3 either. Like, who gives a shit? At least the other ones, I'm like, okay, yeah, you may have realistically, like, 1 especially got a legit US release. Cool. Like, at least you're not operating in bad faith. 2, a lot of people did play the legitimate, honest to God port of 2 that was on PS1. That's a very faithful port of the game. I'll give it to you. 3, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it from 3. Nobody in English-speaking countries got a legitimate Final Fantasy 3 experience.
Yeah, I think it'd be shocking if they made it all the way through the video, confusing the 3. But you know, some people pop up in a video, leave a comment, and call it there.
Maybe, but then a lot of people also don't like the version of 3. Well, the version of 6
could happen.
3 is 6. 2 and 3, which are 4 and 6, had a lot of mechanics stripped out for the US release, and so I don't think they're making that mistake because I don't think anyone would make an honest to God argument that the US version of 2 and 3 are the superior way to experience 4 and 6 for the first time. So, I don't think that's it either. I think they're honest. I think they're honestly arguing about Final Fantasy 3, and I think it's a bad faith argument. Is my point.
Avane says, after watching 2 seasons of Dandadan, I'm now convinced that it is a romantic comedy wrapped in layers and layers of glorious absurdity.
100%. Yeah, 100%. I mean, like teenage comedy, which shouldn't be teenage comedies because they're all rated R. Although I guess at 17, you're still a teenager. I refer to them more crudely as boner comedies. Your American Pies, your road trips, like Euro Trip, those type of movies. You know what I'm talking about, Kyle?
Yes.
Those are basically romantic comedies with like a lot of crude humor and absurdity. And Dandadan is pretty much that.
Dandadan's redeeming factor is that she's not in love with what he transforms into. And you get to dodge a huge pile of bullshit that often happens in stories like this.
I have not experienced enough stories like this to be sensitive to that.
Oh, yeah.
That would annoy me.
Very, very popular that the guy's demon form transformation is what she's actually into. And she has to kind of like work her way back into loving who he is. And it's kind of, I don't think, I'm trying to think of an example, but it didn't.
Is the show aware of that? Is it a meta commentary?
No, it's
because when he transforms, his transformed version is so bored.
It's usually just drama for drama's sake.
I love that part about it in Dandadan.
To fill out the content of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of one you might know because that wasn't really the story in Avatar Last Airbender. That was more a fortune teller opened Katara's idea that he could be.
And really the romance in Dandadan is what kind of moved it from I like this to I love this.
Yeah.
Because like there's a lot of like honest to God heart in their romance.
Oh, Lois Lane's Superman is a good one. Yeah, like she's in love with Superman and she feels like she's betraying Clark Kent by loving Superman so much. They're the same person. And a little honesty would go a long way.
I mean, I a little bit subscribe to the monologue thinking in Kill Bill that Superman is the real him. He's not trying to act human. But I don't know, the older I get and the more I, as an adopted kid, like to lean into and celebrate, nurture over nature. It's probably why that's why I like the new Superman. There is a scene between Clark and his dad in the Superman that made me misty-eyed man. It is so goddamn heartwarming.
Yeah. Batman's a good example. I don't think Garrett knows anything about the miraculous ladybug. No.
No, I can't help you there.
No, I'm aware. I've watched quite a bit of that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if maybe I need to revisit the monologue. I never took it that way, Hat Hair. Never took it that way.
Also, every side character they introduce in Dandadan, I think is going to be a complete waste of my time, and then I end up liking them a lot.
Yes. I've had my guard up ever since Orange Kid showed up in Demon Slayer. Because I struggle to think of the anime character I hate more than that guy. And how much it rocketed me out of an anime I was for the most part enjoying, even though I also don't really like the pacing of Demon Slayer. But yeah, I had my guard up every time a new character got introduced in Dandadan. I was like, oh no, is this going to be the annoying kid? And then I had double guard up for her childhood friend. He showed up, and I'm like, oh, guard up, he's going to annoy me?
Yep.
And then he did annoy me, and then I'm like, oh, guard up, they're going to farm this for drama, and they got past it really quick,
very
and
quickly.
it's actually a really good representation of male bonding that I really like. Again, they keep nailing the heart at the core of that completely insane show. And it's really, really made me like it. I really like Dandadan a lot. And it's tiding me over as I wait impatiently in my desert of being a Chainsaw Man fan.
Juan Jordan channel, thank you for the super. I just got here. Did you guys watch the new Monster Hunter trailer? Yes, we did. Yep. Also, Hades 2 review seems banger. This year's Golden of Indie Games. Yeah, I didn't know. Also, Hades 2 was getting its reviews out.
You knew it was coming out.
I knew it was coming out very, very soon, and it is 100% the sacrificial lamb of the season. I will not be getting to it. Oh, it is reviewing very, very well. 93.
That would be a fun game to play for the first time side by side. Just to like try and keep pace with each other and then be like, wait, what the shit did you just get as an option? Oh man, look at what I've got over here. Like do our Star Fox thing, but Hades 2.
See who gets, that would be an interesting playthrough.
And then whoever gets to the boss first, you just wait. And then we 3, 2, 1, go and see who gets the boss, who does better with the boss.
It's Hades.
Which will be you. And then, Chainsaw Man movie out in a month. I believe it releases the day I go to Japan.
Looks like Hades 2.
Probably not going to get to see it in the theaters unless I go see it in Japan, I guess. But yeah, I think it comes out that Friday that I get on a plane.
Hades 2 is about to be the target of the "it's too hard" conversation again as well. By the looks of some of these user reviews. At any rate, we're going to go get the show posted.
Yep. Thanks for hanging, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for more Expedition 33. I need to unpack my beret.
And you need to send me a screenshot of your build. Do that. I'll put your build in there tomorrow morning.
It's on a console. It's
not as easy. Just like take a picture on your phone. I just want to see where your abilities, so we can get them on the right buttons for you. But go watch this video. We just put out a new video today. Bye now, everybody. Thanks for watching.